It's a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful day. How'd I do? No instruments or nothing, man.
What's up, big?
Yo. Man, that's what's up, man. You get a prize for always being on time. I'm the coach. See, let this be a ritual now. When it's your coaching day,
Hey, dude, I don't know what's going on, but I can't hear you.
you can't? Oh, shit.
You're not muted, but you got no voice coming through.
Oh, really? Really? I wonder. Mas.
If you're on the computer, probably try turning it off and turning it back on again. Your sound's probably fucked up on your system.
Okay. Morning.
Okay, can you talk real quick? I want to see if it's my audio or Brandon's audio that was going bad.
What about
Mic
now?
check. All right. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Mic check. Can you hear
Okay,
me?
it must be on my end. I'm gonna log back out and come back in. I can't hear either one of you.
Good morning.
Morning, brother.
What's up, bro? Hugs, man.
You on it? It's Friday.
Bro, dude, that's what's up. Dude, you get a prize. You get a prize for being one of the first ones.
All right.
Let this be a part. Let this be a mastermind enhancement of the future. Whenever you coach, you can give prizes too. See that?
That's it. That's how we go.
Home. But yeah, man, we got to do it, dude. I'm moving like a Matrix character right now, bro. I'm accomplishing so much shit every day. It's crazy. But I'm on a mission. It feels good. I'm glad to be.
And then, meantime, you're building that, rebuilding that house, or that you're in.
Yeah, dude. I got 3 people working every single day right now, and I'm maintaining my focus on the computer. I get up, I do my rounds, I make sure to put some fucking gas in the tank or whatever, and then but you know I'm getting all this computer stuff. You know, I'm trying to run an exponentially progressive dynamic out here. You know what I mean? So but yeah,
stuff.
man. Huh?
It's good stuff, though. Can you hear us now, Franco? All right.
Yeah, man. Me and you got to talk again soon too, bro.
Yeah. We got to do this thing.
Maybe today.
Maybe. We'll see what's going on. See how it's
Yeah.
going. Oh yeah, there was something I was meditating on last night too. What is it? What was it? Let me think though. Give me a minute. uh, wisdom and discernment. That was the two words that were in my head yesterday. Wisdom and discernment. So you read the book of Proverbs before?
I probably have.
Yeah. So in the book of Proverbs, there's a few little nuggets where it just talks about wisdom. Let me look that up real quick. Let me see. My favorite Bible web page is BibleGateway.com.
I noticed that last time. Yeah, I
Yeah.
started.
So
But I
you
will
can
write
look
it
up
down.
all the different translations and everything.
You know, man, it's fucking super hard for me to sit there and read something, but I did go to Sunday school for 10 years every week, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, they have these 2 hours of class, and I would always they would offer after church, and I would always go and
yeah.
to the study groups.
Yeah, I mean, before I converted, before I became a believer, I had never read a full book. Like, I mean, I dropped out of high school in 12th grade, but I'd still never like I would always just like do the cliff notes or whatever. I never actually sat down and read a whole thing until I was in jail and until I had converted to becoming a believer. And
Wow.
then something opened in my mind, and I was able to read again. But still, I haven't been able to sit down and actually study until I was since I've been out. like when I was locked up, there was just something about being locked up. It opened up the whole reading a book type of part of my brain. But yeah,
Yeah, no, it's super hard to sit there. I know the other thing I'll do sometimes is just get the audio book. But I've been trying to force myself. You gotta force yourself to do the hard stuff. And I think
do the hard thing. Yeah,
and now that I'm learning more about the actual importance of the word and taking that be impeccable with your word thing more seriously, like as a responsibility now,
yeah. That's what a
you
true leader
know,
does.
right
Like,
on. Yeah, I feel that's right. And so now that I do take that so much more seriously, I would like to laser focus in on the hard part of the word. And for me, that's reading. And I've even been trying to have like a calligraphic writing style
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like just to have like a pretty looking, just to pay attention to the greats, I guess, and
Hmm. Yeah, having neat writing. I haven't gotten there yet. Yeah, but I heard that is a discipline though that is cultivated. Like, I mean,
yeah.
that's a big thing in Japan. Like all the samurai had excellent abilities.
Yeah, I was real lucky too because my dad's like a mathematician dude, and when I was younger, I think the math and the drafting and
Mm-hmm.
the old school dynamics scene,
Mm-hmm.
they had like a real pride in writing out those very legible like architectural letters and shit,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
my dad always really had that like that mathematical
Hmm.
fucking symbol writing and all that shit very, very well. And I
Hmm.
noticed that and I liked that as a little kid. And then when I saw the
Hmm.
samurai shit that you're talking about, I was like, yeah, okay, that's
So Proverbs chapter 8, the subtitle is The Excellence of Wisdom. Does not wisdom cry out and understanding lift up her voice? She takes her stand on the top of the high hill beside the way where the paths meet. She cries out by the gates and at the entry of the city and at the entrance of the doors, to you, O men, I call. This is wisdom, right? She's calling out. And my voice to the sons of men, O simple ones, understand prudence, and you fools, be of an understanding heart. Listen, for I will speak of excellent things, and from the opening of my lips come right things. For my mouth will speak truth. Wickedness is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are with righteousness. Nothing crooked or perverse is in them. They are all plain to him who understands, and right to those who find knowledge. Receive my instruction, and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things one may desire cannot be compared with her. Proverbs chapter 8, verses 1 through 11. So the value, okay, we talk about the value exchange in business, right? So what is worth? Well, gaining wisdom, gaining knowledge, gaining understanding, gaining just like you're talking about, developing your mind and developing your skills and all those things are valuable. Those things have more value than just than money. Like there's things that are more important than money.
Honestly, it's so much more valuable, the knowledge, because like even this kid, I'm in that program I was telling you I bought into. Man, the fucking guy, this kid is another one, dude. I mean, just fucking phenomenally intelligent, dude. Across the board, you know? And he's just like, I could lose everything right now and build it right back up in 2 years, you know? It's this, and it's just like, you know, it's being able to understand the inner workings and the blueprint. And man, I'm just so pumped about this whole, anyway. But I think that your samurai skills are fucking everything, man. They are for me too. I have that same confidence. You know it, Kenny. Like, I'm just like, all right, whatever. But fuck me up. Like, I had that attitude, and I'm just like, watch what I do. Watch what the fuck I do next. You just took me out of one thing, but watch what, okay. All right, another door opens then. You know what I mean? I know at some point I will kill it. It took a lot longer than I thought it was gonna to get back onto the horse. But
yeah,
whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
but,
so the greater the struggle, the greater the victory, right? So yeah, when you've come from the bottom of rock bottom, and you've been there and you've seen the hard things again, then you that you've overcome those things. It didn't kill you, it did make you stronger, and now you're at a platform, a level that you have never, you could have never been at without going through those things. So
totally. And you know, as much as I cannot describe some of the fucking pieces of shit that have done some piece of shit stuff, other than pieces of shit that they are, I still thank them, because honestly, when you like space shuttle view from the whole conundrum, we can't get our wings in Valhalla if it's not overcoming the disastrous shit these people do, because the chances of the world just giving you a disaster, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, on per capita population, not that many people get hurt by natural disasters. You know what I mean? And yeah, but massively, we get hurt all the freaking time by unsharpened swords. By unsharpened swords, right? So that's why I really can see, you know, that I really like the metaphorical imagination of like the samurai. It's so cool that you brought up samurai, dude. I've been reading, like, the whole time I was out there, I had like 4 Bushido books. Is that I just happened that shit happened to be out there. And
that's crazy.
Yeah, but it was like there was even US guerrilla field manuals and shit. And
Nice.
yeah,
That
that people had just like stockpiled for whatever weird reason. They were the only books in English were samurai and
that's cool. I watched that. That was like the last show that I binge watched. That was an actual show. It was a samurai show. What was it called?
was it Japanimation?
No, it was so that was the last like actual like I binge watched a bunch of anime, but it was the last show I binge watched was a samurai show. It was called. Let me see. Shogun. Okay, yeah, Shogun. Yeah, it came out last year. It was pretty intense though. Like it was like first series. It has that guy that plays in a lot of the ninja movies and stuff. I forget what his name was. Uh, but yeah, no, it shows a lot of that culture, and they went all out to get like really in depth into how the samurai culture was, and so
No
that's what
way.
it won awards, or it won awards because of its intricacy into the little details and stuff. So yeah, that's what I
Shogun,
was
huh? I'll
watching.
have to check that
Shogun.
out. What, that was a movie?
It was a series on Hulu, but or you can get on Hulu Plus or whatever. But I might be able to just download the thing and give it and send it to you.
Well, yeah, man, I have some little kids and man, you wouldn't believe like even the little kid music down here in Latin America is like I like the banana and just it's really, really strange,
Corrupt. Yeah.
weird.
Hmm.
All the TV programming here is like super sexed up, dude. And
Wow. So
yeah.
they're training little girls from like as soon as they can learn to talk. Yeah, like that type of.
Oh, dude, it's rampant down here. Most 13-year-old girls from the hood have already done a whole bunch of ton of shit because there's no way for them to get money. There's a culture of old guys that get too old to get girls and they start paying
To
the
get the
young ones.
little
They're called
girls.
viejito. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So like even a
Hmm.
girl will tell her boyfriend, "Oh, what? You're jealous of a viejito? It's fucking money." You know, I don't want to fuck this old dude. And it's such a fucking yeah,
That's
unfortunate
a,
part of the culture here is yeah,
but I mean, so
child.
there's got to be like ministries and stuff that are out there, right? There's got to be
Oh,
like,
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely, absolutely. But dude, in the
like,
poor third world culture, you know, rich kids don't go through that.
yeah,
Rich,
just
and
the kids, the
there's
shanty
plenty of
shacks and stuff. Yeah.
right. Well, not just even shanty shacks. I mean, dude, a block home. Think about it, right? A block is $1. So everyone here, a tin roof is fucking $500 for a big house. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Okay.
So here you can build a home like my mountain house. I'll show it when I'm back over there. I'll show it to you. It's nothing special, but
Hmm.
I built, I rent that house for $210 a month, and it was built for like $6,000. It has everything you need. You know what I mean? All everything.
Wow.
I got big
Huh.
screen TV and all that, but
Yeah.
it's just block walls and a tin roof. You know what I mean? But
So,
there's
so to be able to do a real estate thing where you like build little houses and rent them and stuff, it wouldn't be that hard, right?
oh, dude, I got land right now that that's a big part of my income is
Yeah.
all places that
Real
I've
estate.
built.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've done a bunch of apartments and then people see that I'm a young go-getter down here, and there's not a lot of young go-getters down here. And an American just smokes a Panamanian as far as like work ethic. They don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a big work ethic here at all. It's very tropical, hot sun, hammock, get fat. Slave culture. It's slave culture. There is like bro, the fucking diet potential here is unreal. We're in the equator zone, but these people have been fed this fried 10 times in the worst of fucking cheapest bullshit oils. Everything patacones, fucking right. It's patacones, rice, and fried chicken, and fucked up this and fuck. It's the worst diet culture you could ever imagine. They just eat what their mom showed them to eat. You know what I mean? So they've been in slave culture for such a long time. Remember, this is Banana Republic. Panama actually used to be part of Colombia. There was really, even now, there's only 4 million people in the whole country, but it's a rich country because it has the canal. Unfortunately, a lot of that shit just gets stolen by the fucking people, by the fucking corrupt ass
corporations.
government.
Yep.
No, I mean every fucking dude, every administration, they're all thieves. They're all thieves. It's ridiculous. It's crazy.
Yeah. So,
like if they
America went down there and took over for a while, right? But they sold it back a few years ago, right? Like, it was like 10 years ago.
It became independent. Yeah, exactly. It's 24 years running as an independent free nation. Before that, it was a dictatorship, and now it's a free nation, and the canal's been given back, and there's a protection agreement of the canal.
Yeah. So the Marines are still down there, right?
And they're still down here. Dude, they had big protests in the city, and the fucking U.S. They parked 2 destroyers off the coast to let people know, like, don't let this shit get too fucking out of hand, because the canal is there, and we have to protect world commerce or whatever, right? That would be a world disaster.
Yep.
If Panama loses fucking the rain. So it's kind of the 51st state. They got a big police force that uses the United States dollar. I tell people it's the perfect entry level boot camp for Latin America. Like, come hang out in Panama a little bit, and that breaks you in to be able to go kind of everywhere else. You know, Colombia is super dangerous, but as long as you just stay in the right places, you know what I mean? But super shit happens. Like, shit happens there, you know what I mean? Panama, fucking cookie. Nothing happens. Work ethic is real slow. The fucking agricultural potential. Dude, listen, I got pieces of land right now at incredible deals. You can buy fucking land here for ridiculously cheaper than in the States. You can develop little rentals and make yourself a little fucking community here for like $100K. A community of rentals, an apartment complex. You know what I mean? It's a way better investment than freaking
what you'd be paying out here, right?
I keep telling people, if you just simply liquidate there and take that money here, you can build 3 things and then have 2 rentals and live in one and be started. Do the online business, start really focusing on an online business, and then start knocking it out of the park with that. You know what I mean? Or if you do agriculture, bro, there's fucking I can introduce you to 100 retired couples that came down here to retire. They do this little gardening thing, take it to the market once a week, and fucking they'll tell you. I was just like, man, I should have retired years earlier. You know what I mean? The quality of life, You know what I mean? It's just fucking like, it's too easy. You know,
so I mean, like, I don't know, from people I talk to out here, like, a lot of people are worried about, like, if a white couple were to go down there and buy a little homestead, like, and what about the cartels? Like, they see a couple.
There's no cartels in Panama.
Oh, okay.
There's fucking Centerfront. There's no cartels in Panama. Trust me, it's safe as fuck, dude. There's criminals every now and then, but you can get a gun license here, dude. You can get a license easy. It's not that hard. You just have to show. A white person can, especially if you own a piece of land, and I can get everything. I can get ARs. I can get fucking, dude. It's a way more open than the States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
what about the cartels in Colombia?
Yeah, there's cartel
Brandon,
in
what's
Colombia.
it
That's what I'm
like?
saying. I'm sorry.
What are the cartels in Colombia like?
I mean, bro, I lived on a cartel farm for fucking 2 years. They're cool. I mean, they're just
Yeah,
regular fucking poor people, dude. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I wouldn't cross them. You know, fucking do
right.
what you do.
Right,
Watch what
right.
you say you're gonna
Yeah,
do,
yeah,
and make
yeah.
sure you do anything you say you're gonna do. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
otherwise, you know. They're fucking regular people like you and me, dude. They come from a fucked up circumstance. You know, we could have been born in
Right,
China.
right.
You know what I mean? And it's just
True.
like,
Yeah. Human life doesn't seem as valued. I mean, especially in the early 90s, man, there were people, it was crazy. It's crazy with Pablo Escobar and,
Yeah,
oh, you can still get
what was
hemmed
the
up
other
in
guy?
Colombia, dude.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Paying
oh
off
yeah.
all the fucking government officials and shit.
They're corrupt as
That was
fuck,
Colombia,
dude.
right?
It's still corrupt as fuck. But dude, it's a great. Listen. It's not as corrupt as the United States. It's not fucking. It doesn't have its fucking hand in billion. I mean, people fucking billions of dollars going into debt, unnecessary fucking debt. Like the United
Yeah,
States is fucked up. All so for some greasy fucking pedophiles to get more satanic and shit. You know what I mean? They got a fucking people killing fucking club. This
yeah.
RFK situation is truly
It's
inspiring.
pretty
Like I
interesting.
felt,
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I want to see what happens. Let's see how that
yeah,
goes. Like again, so I mean, that's what I heard. One dude that was reporting, he's like, "Yeah, okay, we'll see
Take
if
you up.
because they already tried, a couple times with Trump, especially if RFK, the part of the Kennedy family, tries to change up some of the things that a lot of higher level. I mean, so the 1% are some evil evil people. Like they're just straight up evil. And if you start
yeah.
disrupting their thing, you're. I mean, it's going to be interesting. I mean, hopefully
It
God
is going to
protects
be
them.
interesting. Dude, I completely agree. They assassinated the other motherfucker. If this
Yeah.
guy's for real, if Trump is super truth, but dude, what he's done with this whole backup plan, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is pretty amazing. Unless they've got a super like that JD Vance dude was a super bad selection or some shit like. All right, who knows? It'll be
We'll see.
interesting. Like
I
you said.
mean, he's young. He can talk. I mean, he's a go-getter. I'll give him that much. So I don't know. Hopefully that works for him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's impressive
You
what
want,
he's done
hey,
as
you want
as
to get
far
an
as the
impression of that guy? Watch his fucking interview on Joe Rogan.
copy that.
Vance.
It was an amazing fucking interview. The guy, he's not afraid to admit when he doesn't know something, and he's willing to actually go and find out what it's.
That's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, Kevin.
Kevin.
What's up, dude? Look who's
Fucking
here.
Kevin. Mr.
Yo,
what's his name?
Yo.
Chop Shop.
what's up, gentlemen?
Chop Shop. More props than a cop in a chop fucking shop.
Going on this morning?
It's going, dude. It's going.
It's going. It
How
done
are
came and
you?
went.
Give us the update.
Oh,
you
just
been?
doing a little bit of everything. That's it. That's all. Trying to get back on schedule here. The kids, the wife gone is fucking beautiful, so everything's been great.
You got your kids, right? You still seeing your kids all the time, right?
Yeah. I got them.
Yeah.
50, but this week I've had them the whole week because she went on the vacation that I was supposed to go on. So it's
Beautiful.
been a challenge.
Let alone.
Yeah, I can see how it could be really hard to have kids full time all by yourself.
Indeed.
But they went sick. They got sick there in the middle of the week, And between trying to go to work and trying to take care of them and then bouncing in and out of freaking grabbing them out of school, man, it's hard. So yeah, I just been trying to get back on my routine for the last little while. And I was sick with the COVID there for about 3 weeks, and it was hard to get back from that because I was at the gym every day and killing it, and got sick and had to take a break and just slowly getting back into it. And then a little bit of a mix with the kids, trying to figure out the schedule with them. But it's been going really, really good. So
Hell yeah, bro.
hell yeah.
That's what's up,
That's
Josh.
what's up. Yo, that COVID put you up for 3 weeks.
I still have it.
You still have it, eh?
Still have it. Yeah, that was like a month ago, and like 3 weeks it really kicked my ass. I couldn't could barely breathe, could barely walk, could barely do anything. I was stuck right up. And then it subsided for a bit, and then my taste buds went all crazy. Like coffee tasted like chocolate, and it was
weird.
My nephew lost his sense of taste
yeah,
for years. He still
years.
can't taste.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
And my buddy, man, he had it, and I was in the same in a room across the hall from him, and he was breathing like that. And I was like, bro, you fucking, if you're having trouble, just, run over and smash on my door, kick it open if you have to. I'll fucking call the ambulance or whatever. Breathing sounds kind of important to me.
it was a
Sounds
pain.
vital.
Just ginger tea, ginger turmeric tea over again, and it all went away. So just the taste buds took a little bit to get back, and then like my strength took a little bit to get back, but it's been all right. It's been fine.
There you go, man.
Yeah. How's everyone doing here? What you guys been up to?
Strength and growth is not linear. Peaks and valleys, bro. Peaks and valleys.
What's up?
Excellent, man. We're doing excellent. We're gonna do a little mastermind on the power of the mastermind. Brandon's got something from Think and Grow Rich, and I got something from the 17 Principles of Personal Achievement, which is another Napoleon Hill book, which is another great book.
And good to meet you, Kevin. My name's Ken.
Hey, Ken. I see you here, so that's cool.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, we got a few new people in the mastermind. Michelle is one. She did a mastermind the other day on the 5 pillars of leadership. Then we did a deck of cards, which was epic, Kevin, followed by breath work by Michelle. And man, it was so good. I went and I ate 2 grams of mushrooms after and had an amazing time.
Just let the endorphins flow.
Yeah, man. I was like, there's no way, vibing this high, there's no way I could have a bad time. I was like, I gotta do it.
Right on.
Yeah, but yeah, people are coming in. So
you want to start at what 45, the 3/4 of the hour, or what?
Yeah. Let's wait to see if Danny and Michelle hop in, and
okay.
Who's that? Eric and Aaron are in. Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
So how's the stoic life thing going? You still keeping up with that, or?
Yeah, I stopped there for a little while. I'm getting back into it a little bit now, so we'll see how it goes. I didn't there was a lot of people and a lot of hoopla and a lot of false promises from a bunch of wacky ass people, so I had to back out of that for a minute. But Victor's still doing well, and I heard he's doing some stuff with Brandon. I got a video or something that I got to send over to Brendan today, the podcasting that you guys did, and he's got a lot of good things going on the go. So I think it's just now that he's actually narrowed it down and figured out, you know, what's right and what's wrong, I guess. There's a lot of people in the, I mean, this
We're
this
all
whole
learning. We're all learning.
we're all learning. Yeah, that's right.
Learning, man. Yeah.
There's I think there's a lot of people in the personal development world that aren't in it for the best reasons. So
Right.
gotta kind of
Imagine.
have to watch out for the slime balls. But I think we outed all of them, and here we go.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's surprisingly true. Like the volume level on that one's surprisingly true. But you know, that not really though, because all fucking evil scheming motherfuckers are just looking for the good sheep's clothing to put on, you know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
that's what they're looking for, because they're not gonna walk up to you and be like, I'm an evil scheming piece of shit. You know, they're gonna have to-
And
they're gonna have
it really
to
doesn't
bullshit
matter
on.
where you go. Anything having to do with human beings, there are some scheming, you know, dirty, you know, just they're just dirt bags everywhere you go. Like it doesn't matter where. Like so, I'm Kevin. I'm a pastor. I pastor a church in New Mexico, and so like I've been in the church for about 17 years. Prior to that, me and Brandon used to have a rave production company in 2000, about 2000 to 2002. And so we used to throw parties and do things and just kill it. But yeah, I fell off.
Brandon knew when to jump. Because after Brandon jumped,
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I would have liked to have checked out the Brendan rave party.
Yeah, you know,
oh,
he
dude, they
he
were
was a DJ.
legendary. We're in the fucking Hall of Fame off of them. And
Yeah, yep.
and no, serious. And then so I jump, and then this dude is actually who Breaking Bad is based off of.
Well, yeah, I lived the
For real,
life before
we all know
before the
because-
show ever came out. So I was hardcore raving, you know, throwing parties, doing all the things. And when me and Brandon would throw a rave, like the drug dealers that would come into the party, they would always kick down the people that were throwing the party with a bunch of free stuff. So we you know, so I would after the party, I would throw 3-day after parties, and I would have just all the things, you know, and I would just have this big pile of stuff, and eventually it was less and less party and, you know, more and more crystal meth, and then I just dove right into Breaking Bad for till 2006, and found myself in a jail cell facing a 9-year prison sentence. And so that's when I converted from atheism to Christianity, and that's changed my life.
Got a
And
pretty
so
wild story there, Kev.
yeah, and that's now, you know, now I'm actually about to go. I did my first interview for this organization called Prison Fellowship, where I'm gonna yeah, and the first interview went well. So there's 3 interviews, and if I get the job, I will be a program director for Prison Fellowship. And I'll, you know, it'll be the most money I've ever made. Like
All
even
positive shit.
yeah,
Man,
and
I'm
just
sending
and
you-
my whole job will be
sending you positive vibes. Come on.
yes, thank you,
Right
keep
there.
me in prayers for sure. And then Michelle's here,
Yeah, for sure.
Aaron's here, Eric's here.
For the
Good
record,
morning. Good morning.
Brandon has never done or sold methamphetamines ever.
That's good.
I
Good.
almost overdosed on taking E and methamphetamines at the same time.
Yeah.
Out of my mind. Yeah. I
You know,
used
the
to go
crazy
to
thing,
raves
so-
to vibe this shit.
So the whole 6 years that I was in the scene, like and I was tweaking. I mean, I surprised myself in how many different things I could do and not die. But this is all before this is all before fentanyl came out, right? So I mean, like all the people that I was running around, like nobody was dying of overdoses. Like I took a full gram of meth in a capsule one time, and that time I felt like that's when I overamped, and I felt my heart was pounding out of my chest. But I, you know, at the same time, I just went to sleep and woke up and I was fine. Like it wasn't a thing.
No,
But
you didn't.
yeah,
You
it was
remember
weird.
little Jared,
Like
right?
You went to
Huh?
sleep eventually.
You remember little Jared, right? With
Jared.
the spider web tattooed on his head.
yeah, maybe I don't know what
He was our door guy, the little Indian guy, the one who took.
Oh
the
yeah,
money.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. He yeah, February 1st, 2019. Remember, everyone called him my little brother, right? You remember that? Anyway, he committed suicide, all crazy, hopped up on stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
there were I
Yeah.
mean there were people that died in the 6 years that I was in the scene, but nobody died of overdoses. Like there was plenty of people who killed themselves or got killed by the
Uh,
cops or got
oh
killed by
shit.
other criminals. But nobody died of overdoses until when I left the scene after I left all that, that's when the Blue Demon came in, and now
Right.
like a
Yeah.
handful of friends that I used to know, they've died from overdoses on Shane
On
was a
meth?
friend, huh, on
Overdoses on meth?
on fentanyl. So a
Oh,
lot of the
okay.
people
Yeah, because when you're talking opiates, man, yeah, people have always been kind of dropping like flies. But when that fentanyl came out, man, it was next
man,
level death.
whole nother
It
level.
was
Yeah.
just, yeah. I mean, I almost died. I was dead 3 times on the table one day,
Wow.
my first time I did it. And I was like,
Wow.
yeah, I'm good. I'm good with that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I seen
Yeah.
a
And
YouTube that was saying that is like a clandestine attack on the US by like Chinese
yeah.
entities went over there and
Seriously, man. Yeah, that
I
shit
heard
needs to be shut the
some
fuck
story
out.
some story about El Chapo, right? El Chapo was the guy that took over. I don't know. He was one of the top mafia bosses, and he said when they hemmed him up, he said, "Okay, that's when they're releasing the Blue Devil," and that's like so. If you look up on the timeline of when El Chapo got busted, and how the blue wave just started flooding in, so
Didn't
yeah,
didn't they tunnel him out of fucking prison? They
right. They
built a
did some crazy
tunnel.
stuff. Yeah. Yep.
That's man, that's crazy. That's how much fucking power he had. That someone actually dug a tunnel and got busted his ass up. Wow.
That's so crazy, right? That's another level right there for sure.
Yeah, right.
So
Well,
cool.
that's just like coming out of poverty, though, bro.
True.
Really,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. They want to keep you locked in it. So
Yeah.
all right.
Yo,
Well, it's 4:45 a.m. where
4:45.
I'm at.
Okay, man. Brandon, you want to start off or you want me to?
Go ahead.
Okay. You know, the power of the mastermind, according to Napoleon Hill, is, a single person is like a single battery, but every mind added to the mastermind is like adding another battery, and it creates a third mind. Two minds masterminding something creates a third mind where the creativity is more, the ideas are more, and that's really what we got to focus on, because I'd have to say our mission, this mastermind's mission, is the principles of continued personal development and financial freedom. These are our goals. I mean, I'm in fucking chains with not being able to live the life of my choosing, and that's really what I want, and be able to move and go wherever I want to go and do whatever I want to do, and the whole financial freedom is through service to other people. you know Brandon blew my mind yesterday with the artwork on his pre-workout drink, which I'll order 6-pack as soon as you get them, Brandon. Send it. Absolutely. I bought some Jocko products yesterday. The protein powder is goddamn amazing. Best protein powder I ever had, man. And they also had a deal on his drinks. They were table, they're like 350 from the right mind. And Hill says, he says, be picky about the people you let in the mastermind. It's like, okay, well, if you're into personal development, guess what? You're in. You're in. You know, and that's the requirement, really. And the health and fitness, I mean, we all met through Wes Watson's fitness program. Well, the majority of us. I know Franco was through Eddie, or knew someone that was in Wes Watson's program, like Ken knows Brandon, he's in, you know. Stanton knew Danny Relentless, he's in. Franco knew Eddie, he's in, you know. And the rest of us kind of connected through Mike's mastermind. And yeah, what a journey, man. I mean, it's been beautiful. I love meeting new people and thinking of ideas. Ideas are the children of the soul. This is what I read in my mental toughness book yesterday. So treat them like they're your children. Treat your ideas like they're your children, because they are. I mean, every idea has a spiritual dimension because it's a thought. It starts as a thought. And Napoleon Hill says that, you know, the idea that comes into your mind as a flash, and you truly believe that it's something that you would be able to make money at, you should get started immediately before that law of diminishing intent kicks in, you know, because if you don't take immediate action, it starts to diminish. That diminishing intent, that's a real thing. But okay,
Takes the action.
there's these glasses are fucked up. I stepped on them, so a little but it's still effective. Man, I had like 5 pairs. I'm down to 2. I don't know how this shit happens. And the 2 pairs I have were stepped on or slept with on, and they're all messed up. But okay,
Maybe that's why all
yeah.
your pictures are becoming blurry. Those pictures you've been taking are blurry.
Oh yeah, no, that was, I needed to wipe off the lens, like 8K suggested. Of course, my mind doesn't go to simplicity. My mind goes to, this phone is fucked, ready for the trash basket. You know, yeah, okay. Clean the lens. Simplicity. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I'm just looking for something to be pissed off about, but it didn't work. Okay, so forming a mastermind alliance, maintaining your alliance, form a mastermind alliance with yourself, and cultivate a mastermind alliance wherever you can. So I'm gonna read a bit of this. So we determined our purpose. Our purpose is continued personal development and financial freedom. And you know, Wes Watson said, your success will never exceed your level of personal development. So, and when I heard him say that, I just knew it was true. I was like, yeah, no, that sounds right. That sounds on the level. So when I invest in myself, it's not selfishness. Look, I'm investing in the future. And you know, when I study, when everything's in alignment, when I journal, I wake up early, I study, I do this mastermind, and I exercise twice in one day. That's when I feel like I'm invincible and I can absolutely crush it. And when it rolls into a week or 2 weeks, when everything's on point, hell man, I feel the best, right, Aaron? Hell yeah.
You bet, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, me and Aaron had a good conversation last night. Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. So
We shot the shit.
What's
we
that?
got to the topics. We got to the hot topics that needed to be talked about.
Yeah, we did. we knocked those down. Hell yeah, we knocked them down. We had a hot topic. Kind kind of mastermind there, didn't we?
And it's nice at the evenings, you know, we should.
Before we
You
should,
watched
you
that
know,
Joe
have a.
Rogan interview I sent? That's
I
slick,
did,
right?
it's like my
Him
mind was
schooling Jordan
blown.
Peterson. Shut Jordan Peterson up for 15 minutes and schooled him.
So
I
that
thought
was
it
straight. That
great,
wasn't
man.
edited.
I don't believe. I know I've
Yeah,
seen
you're right,
that
'cause it
I
just
did see that. I
13-minute
mean, I
rant.
was a little sus. That was I think I'm pretty sure that was an AI construction on that video. Because
Oh yeah,
I'm
well,
so
the
video,
backdrops,
the
the stock
video
footage and
backdrops
shit.
I
are
watched-
definitely AI, but the audio can be AI renderings as well. So you got to be careful with those. There is a
I
Joe
watched the
Rogan
whole
generator.
interview.
Yeah,
I
live?
watched the
Okay,
whole interview. Every time he interviews Jordan Peterson, I say, "Fucking, I'm watching that whole interview," because I
Okay.
gain big time. But whatever. Okay. Yeah, AI is absolutely crushing it, no doubt about it, though. Right?
Yeah. I
Right.
know.
Okay, a mastermind alliance is built of two or more minds working actively together in perfect harmony. I remember when we started this, I remember Brandon really putting emphasis on perfect harmony, even though there's been a few inharmonious things that have happened. You know, we get back to it. We get back to it, man. We don't fucking stay there. We don't stay there. Towards a common definite object. Continue personal development. We help each other learn, grow, and develop. And eventually financial freedom. I just know we're going to hit on an idea that takes off like a fucking rocket, like a SpaceX rocket. The mastermind principle lets you appropriate and use the full strength of the experience, training, and knowledge of other. Okay, Bodie, get out of here. The dog's bugging me. Of other people, just as if they were your own. You can overcome almost any obstacle you face, no matter what your own education or talents, if you use the mastermind principle effectively. We need more structure, and we will use this principle more effectively. No one has ever attained outstanding success in anything without applying the mastermind principle. Brandon was talking about Mr. Beast and how his wealth came out of a mastermind creation. That's why I think we should all get rename ourselves for an alter ego, you know, a higher self one and a lower self one. I want to be Aaron Inferno, you know. Brandon could be the Demon Slayer, hearing that name, you know. I just think it would be fun too. I mean, fuck, we could have fun fucking with each other, you know, with our alter ego names, you know, and that would allow us to be really creative. I mean, look, Mr. Beast.
If it's not fun, I'm out.
It was not fun. You're out.
Fuck
You're
yeah.
out. All right.
I'm out.
Okay,
Yeah, this
wow,
mastermind's
you're gonna hold
fun.
us
I'm
to a
enjoying
high
myself.
standard,
So
huh?
I'm in it. I'm in it.
Well, we're having fun and we show up even if. Oh.
Yeah, even if.
Very true.
Even
Very
if. That faith. That's faith-based, even if.
What?
Well,
Even
yeah,
in-
it's
even in the
there's a
unfun
natural
chapters?
a natural organic frequency we're all vibing off of here.
That's right. That's right. And we raise it. So forming a mastermind alliance, we don't have to go over that. Step one is to determine your purpose. We know the purpose is continued personal development and financial freedom. Select the members of your alliance. Don't have to do that. Determine your rewards. Okay, I'm gonna go through this real quickly. Clearly determine rewards for participation in your mastermind alliance are an important factor in its harmony. Determine at the outset what rewards you are offering in return for the work of others, and there will be little room for later recriminations. There are 10 basic motives towards action that can be the basis of these rewards. Self-preservation is number one. I mean, that's health and fitness right there. That's personal development. I mean, personal development is so vague because it hits on so many needs, that better you.
Yes, sir.
Love, fear, sex, desire for life after death, freedom for mind and body, anger, hate, desire for recognition and self-expression, and number 10 is wealth. So those are the 10 basic motives. I mean, okay, maintaining your alliance. I'm gonna read 4 things, and then Brandon could hit up, and we could go through see where everyone's at. Okay, maintaining your alliance. The harmony of your alliance is built upon the mutual agreement on your definite purpose. We could all agree that continued personal development and financial freedom are worthy goals, right? But like any construction, it must be preserved with diligent work. And we're willing to do that work. That work will be your task as its leader. Your attention should focus on 4 areas, and I really like this. So here's where we focus our attention: confidence, understanding, fairness and justice, and courage. Sounds pretty stoic to me, confidence. Confidence is reliance or trust based on proved fidelity, which means faithfulness to duty and loyalty to obligations. As the leader of the alliance, there is no leader. We're all leaders here. We're all leaders. As the leader of your alliance, you must inspire confidence in your members by your dedication to your definite major purpose. You must also insist within the group on confidentiality. Often it is harmful for members to discuss the purpose of the alliance outside the group. Some people can give away a secret without a moment's thought. You don't need them in your mastermind alliance. Understanding. All members of the group must possess a complete knowledge and comprehension of the nature, significance, and implication of a situation or proposition that the group faces. You may employ specialists to heighten your understanding of various fields. And that is such a great idea to have a specialist in and pay them to do a whole class, right? That would be that, or an hour-long study on a particular subject. We've talked about this in the past, but yes, it's growing. So let's get some people in to school us. I've been wanting to do. I always have ideas for masterminds, but calculating your macronutrients is one that we should all learn how to calculate. Not only your macros, but another person's. Anyone's macros. Dial them in. Okay. You may employ specialists to heighten your understanding of various fields, but every person involved must be able to deal with the core issues of every decision. And before a decision is made, each member of your group must be convinced that it is a good decision on which he or she can support wholeheartedly. Okay? Fairness and justice. When you form your mastermind alliance, each member must agree at the outset on the contribution each will make towards your enterprise. Everyone should also be agreed on the division of benefits and profits. Everyone must deal with everyone else on completely ethical terms. No member of the alliance should seek unfair advantage at the expense of others. Otherwise, dissension will arise and completely destroy the association. I think we could agree once we hit on an idea, we'll all be fair. I just want to feel that creative excitement just freaking take us over. That I know it will. Courage. Your alliance must meet danger and difficulties with firmness, resolution, and valor. The courage to do so comes from self-confidence and a well-developed success consciousness. The courage of two separate individuals is nothing compared with that of a united team, just as the power of a single battery is less than that of a group of batteries. This is another excellent example of the power of a mastermind alliance derives from its harmony. The more the minds that are linked together, the greater the power harnessed, and the more the resistance that can be overcome. I love that. Form a mastermind alliance with yourself. This is an analogy that he writes up about another person who he calls out. Napoleon Hill absolutely called her out, saying my husband cheats on me. She was really negative, and Napoleon Hill pretty much said, I don't blame your husband for stepping out at all. You are so negative. Made her do some introspection and turn it around. Cultivate mastermind alliances wherever you can. I find myself doing that at the gym. I got a little circle of friends at the gym who are, the very consistent gym goers, because I've been extremely consistent for 4 years in the gym. But this is a really great book. The very next chapter in this book is assemble an attractive personality. And I believe that you need to do that as well, because success is something you attract by the person you become. And this is all, I'm going to read this because I really love this. And I read all of them. But here we go. Here are the points of creating an attractive personality. A positive mental attitude is such an attractive force. I mean, you got to admit, positive people are like magnets that attract other positive people. Flexibility, sincerity of purpose, promptness of decision. Indecisiveness is very unattractive. Courtesy, tact, tone of voice, the habit of smiling, facial expression, tolerance, frankness of manner and speech, a keen sense of humor, faith in infinite intelligence, a keen sense of justice, an appropriate use of words, effective speech, emotional control, alertness of interest, versatility, fondness of people, humility, effective showmanship, clean sportsmanship, a good handshake, and personal magnetism. But all right, Brandon, what do you got? Are you gonna do it from the book Think and Grow Rich?
I got a couple outlines.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, what you were talking about the emphasis of harmony and purpose is what I've focused on, right?
Nice.
So we've been pretty harmonious, thank the Great Spirit, and I think that it has a lot to do with what you touched on as well about making sure you select the right people, or you have like a weeding out process. So I was in Greg Jackson's gym for 2 years. It's a jiu-jitsu gym. Greg Jackson is arguably the best coach, at least coaching mind in the UFC community right now, or for the last decade, really. And but before he blew up and built this huge super center of martial arts where people live there and have dorms and everything, He was just like this little tiny school back in the day, but I was over there. But what I noticed about him was two things. He had this really effective way of training people. This is how I teach people Spanish now, faster than other places. Is he would just teach you 3 moves because that's all that sticks, and then you just do each one of those 50 times, right? And that's it. And the first part of the class is just straight dog calisthenics, like what we do, right? But hardcore, right? But he had other things he would do. For example, he would turn up the heat in the gym, and there would be sweat everywhere. He wouldn't let people clean the mat. He wouldn't let people clean the mats for like 10 days. You had to, if you were unable to be like wrestling around in filth, you were unable to train in that gym. Like yeah, no, serious. And because he was like, man, let me fucking, and he was like, no, we clean the mats here.
You guys have staph infections?
I did get a staph infection actually, but you know, if somebody said if something like that came about, of course we'd clean the mats. But so it wasn't that common at all. But he would really and here's the thing: if you had a bad attitude, or if he could sense that he didn't something that he didn't like, he would walk around that gym and help every single person but you all the time. That was when he would start doing. When someone he didn't like was in the gym, that's when he would really start giving the members who deserved the individual attention and purposely ignoring this person so that they would just take off or whatever, right? This group has performed some functions pretty elegantly, I would say, for lack of a better way to put it, you know what I mean? As far as like grooming our own membership, and we should come up so structure. Like I looked up on ChatGPT, how can you enhance the mastermind, right? And number one thing on the page is structure and agreement to purpose. And you brought that up as well, but like we got to bring back up the hand raising. We should start to have some rituals, right? We should start to have some things that we do culturally inside the meeting that promote a strong, respectful manner. And I, you know, obviously, you know, no, but here's one very interesting thing I think we should all pat ourselves on the back about. You know, every fucking big thing that works right now is totally leadership based, right? You know what I mean? And we have an equitable base, which is a real natural base, you know what I mean? Which should really have a long lasting thing as long as we stay strong, right? Strength being that pinnacle thing, because a strong person doesn't fall to weak behavior, such as interrupting all the time, such as being disrespectful, such as being, you know, fucking a selfish black hole, God forbid, that's out there too, right? You know what I mean? And so,
Oh yeah.
anyway, so to start that off, I just want to have a little powwow with the people that showed up today. This is what you get for showing up, right? We'll consider this meeting the original, always chalked in, always, right? You know what I'm saying? We were here for this mastermind powwow. And that lasts forever, really, because we are putting spores into this culture and we're putting our spin. No, real, you know, and
No, I know, but it was
I like what you said, AK, about that.
me and Aaron can laugh about
yeah,
that.
Literally.
Natural organic growth, AK, right here. You just said that 10 minutes ago. You can check that.
Yep.
So, and now on Harmony as well, Harmony, we can just go ahead and manufacture a tool from Harmony, right? So whenever we do have conflicts now in the future, we can just go ahead and be like, yo, harmony, let's get some harmony in here, because we need that, according to Napoleon Hill, for this mastermind to be extremely effective, right? And so the other thing that we need, you know, is a purpose. It's a purpose. We need a purpose. So our purpose has been, correct me if I'm wrong, coming to the mastermind to better ourselves and to show up for our homies in here, right? For our clan, you know, to add another Spartan element to our lives in that way, right? Okay, so let's think about if we're going to enhance the mastermind, we should enhance the purpose of the mastermind. No? So, because since that's the principal tip of our spear is our purpose, we should enhance our purpose. So lots of people have said, oh, let's branch out, you know, how are we going to do that? What's going to be the structure? You know what I'm saying? Oh, we should officialize this even more, you know? Kevin was mentioning earlier, me and Victor I've been helping him. He wants to set up an LLC. I have to set up an LLC for the supplement. I'm finding out through LegalZoom, LLC with some good structure can be written at a $300 package price. And then there's some streamlined tools that I got out of this 2K program I bought into here, to get all the contacts right that you can use to open up bank accounts and all this stuff, right? Set up your payment processor with Stripe. I registered a couple domain names back in the day, but you know, Changeology had mentioned too. I don't want to get stuck. I'm not going to talk too much about this. I'm going to get back to more of the metaphysical study, right? But I want to plant a seed during this time that here's some ideas we can enhance the purpose. We can finally take action and put into effect the things that we're talking about. And we can do it over and over and over again because the abundance of programmed, fucked over mentally people by the devil is huge. You know what I'm saying? So we can all really step up to the plate and start fighting against that shit and a whole new like valiant purpose, you know, that takes on a bigger monster, you know what I mean, by choice. And as we take on the bigger monster, we get the bigger, you know, it's extraordinary or becoming of extraordinary problems that makes you an extraordinary person, right? You know what I mean? So if we really want to make fucking X-Men out of this room or whatever, however you want to put it, idealistically, we should be following this enhanced purpose to enhance the group, right? Take on the bigger dragons and do it more effectively, sharpen the sword. Of course, every day we've been doing that. You know what I mean? Now we're ready to put some weight on as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? And
Hell
so,
yeah.
just to share with you real quick what I'm. Yeah, so just to share with you real quick.
I might
what
have
I'm
somebody
gonna do,
hop
I'm
in
doing
here.
my LLC right now. I'm doing.
Brandon.
Go ahead.
I said I might have
Go for it.
my buddy Philippi from Brazil come in here. He's kind of shy, so I'm trying to talk him into coming in here. He's like, "Do I have to turn my camera on?" And I was like, "No, you don't have to, man. Just feel the essence of the mastermind." That's all I told him. So hopefully he comes in here. You know, just if you guys see that, you know, give him a welcome.
Copy
Okay.
that, bro.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get him in here. I'm working
Yeah,
on him. I'm working on him.
Get him in. Get him
Well,
He's a little intimidated. He's
I
a little
think-
intimidated, but
I think the
Yeah.
harmonious key on there, just to be clear, is we actually really do want to take what helped us and use it to help other people. You know what I mean? And we know that it's real. And that shit is a fucking blessing like a motherfucker. I think we all know we're super blessed to be here. And just the deeper and harder you look at it, man, the more clear that becomes to me anyway, you know? And
buddy.
as AR so righteously challenged me to come up with something for him. Hey, let's do a class on mastermind, such a brilliant idea. And then, you know, I just keep looking at it and keep looking at it, and those are the little sparkles that come to my eye as I do. Okay, so I wanted to just go through back to this ChatGPT query, right? So the concept of the mastermind as presented in Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich involves a group of like-minded individuals coming together to support each other's goals and growth. That's the purpose of it. What we're doing that. Let's never lose that. That's our primary purpose. Benefits of practice the mastermind principle can be significant and extend beyond the ideas presented in the book. Here are some key benefits. Now, I did some creative prompting
Nice.
to get these results, of course, right? Just to give that little snapshot very easily. I tapped into GPT. Can we get some alternative, deeper layer, creative benefits that can come beyond from the mastermind, enhancing it beyond the book, and but using the principal core ideas? That was my search query. So within within but I mean, you know, ask the right questions, right? I learned that in
Hell
document.
yeah, man. That's the right question.
Right on. So within the framework of Think and Grow Rich, collective wisdom, access to knowledge, experience, and insights of others, man, have we been all benefiting from that? Especially, you know, with new membership continuously coming in. So doing the right thing there, okay, that's what's up. Everyone, you know, accountability, regular meetings with the mastermind group help members. Well, there's nobody in the whole community that's more accountable than us. On us, we already got that one checked. We're here every fucking day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So support and encouragement. Members provide, we do that. Everybody really, you know, man, another blessing. We've got a year. We're standing in a place where we've got a year together, right? And everybody else that's not been here as long, it's like you've been here as long. We love you just as you're such a good fit that it's just, you know, and that's all blessing. You know when shit is right, when it's win, and everything fits together. You know, God's way of remaining anonymous is coincidence. Expanded network. Being a part of a mastermind group can expand one's professional network. So we really we can enhance the mastermind by stepping up with each other's research, connections, contacts, engagement with other programs. You know, AR and Stanton are all both in other programs. You know what I mean? I know AK too, right? A lot of people are in other programs, and they're.
So are you, Brandon?
Yeah, man. Fuck, well, we got to
Yeah.
do it. We got to do it. Everybody's got to do it.
John Chang just sent me one of his programs that he's doing. Well,
John
it seems
Chang-
like most of us are taking other programs, and that's what's up.
Honestly, between everyone's hell and back or incredible, you know, I think we're actually so deep into the waters that like common folk would jump into this room and be like, fuck this, I don't even care. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even, you know, it's a very impressive, eccentric, unique, long, that everyone is really so far down the road unstudied or
Yeah, well,
challenges overcoming.
person that does no self-reflection will just be like, ah, fucking run the other way from this place.
Hippies.
For real.
Be like,
You know?
yeah, this isn't a TikTok video. Like this is longer than 3 seconds. I can't even focus.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's the calling, though. That's the calling. I can see just as far as like the war on good and evil and us picking a side and taking our roles in the right place. I can just see that's exactly it. You know what I mean? I see it on the kids. I see and it's just like, no. We are not standing by that shit. You're not gonna brainwash the whole fucking generation with this total mind rot and not execute at least the creation of an alternative. You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel and where I'm at. And just to be honest, if there wasn't some little kids to fight for, man, I might not even be on this journey at all. But so diverse perspectives, including members from different backgrounds and different industries and different perspectives and different gone to hells and backs. We all went to different areas in hells. I didn't see none of you
Different
down
gone to
there.
hells and backs.
I've been several times. I'll show you my feet, then you will know. No, it's not to be gross. No, I'm just
Future Hall of Famers in the game of life. Right here.
Wait, say that one more time.
I said we're all future Hall of Famers in the game of life.
Fucking
Hell
A.
yeah.
You stay on the
Yeah.
path.
Non-negotiable. You know, one of my personal mission statement is to learn and grow and develop by standing on the shoulders of giants, and then to become a giant.
Who,
You
yeah,
know,
that's
as
like,
on this
right?
path, it's, you know, I don't know if you guys have elderly people in your life, but as you're on the personal development path, you could talk to like elderly people, right? And like because my grandma, she's like 99, so I'm like, Grandma,
Wisdom.
how did you do it? You know, and it's just, you know, you pick their brains and stuff, and I guess there's a lot more meaning there, right?
Yeah.
You talk to
1000.
somebody that's really have been through many, many decades of life, seen a lot of shit, and still is like a solid person. You know, there's a lot to be said for that. But anyway, sorry, Fran, I didn't mean to cut you out, bro.
No, I think that's super valid, dude. I also, you know, nowadays I actually enjoy talking to the old schoolers more than anybody because
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm truly on that path where old school wisdom. Actually, man, thank
that's
God
that
for,
morning shift at the gym.
totally, dude.
All older
Thank God
people.
for old schoolers who care about young school, you know, real motherfuckers, man. Thank God for real people, you know, and that have taken the time because it's because of those. And I can hindsight 2020 go back and see it's because of that type of person. And that's what I love about this group. I say across the board, everyone has had that kind of person in their life, and everyone wants to now be that kind of person in someone else's life. And we know that, you know, we're all kind of like just walking tip jars, right? Like it's just a accumulation of the wisdoms that you've been able to assemble, you know what I mean?
Walking tip jars.
Yeah. Or, you know,
For
you know what I mean? It's just like, all right, thanks, man. Like, you know, if you can even
sure.
if you can take that on, even some people are walking freaking bowling balls, dude. You can't, you know, with the wrong size, you can't get a finger in that fucking thing. You know what I mean? It's just like, forget it. It's going right to the gutter too, you know? And
Yeah.
Gutter ball.
yeah, it's just like, wait.
You got some profound
Man,
knowledge there. Walking tip jars. I love it. That's fucking
but
great.
That's a
yeah,
good one.
well.
That's a good one.
How it is.
Oh
Get
shit.
back on track.
Well, okay, so when this thing's looking at going beyond the Think and Grow Rich, it even mentions lifelong friendships. And of course, where do you make lifelong friends? In the foxhole. You know what I mean? And you know, that's another thing, you know, I think about this morning group and how correct it is and how we just kind of slid, you know, it's like quarters in the military, right? Can you know, right, guys, right, Franco, right? You know, it's like you're supposed to do it. You got to get your shit together, and especially when working with a team. And if we enhance our our huddle, our mastermind, you know what I mean?
Structure.
Yeah, our purpose, excuse me.
Yeah.
And we start to get together and run tougher, more dynamic plays in the hustle, in the huddle. And have a structured agenda, considering diverse membership, you know, and it was you saying the secret, it actually says that here in the chat GPT, you know, maintaining confidentiality within the group. So you heard it, guys, from the greats. What happens in the group stays in the group, you know.
Right.
And I do think that what you know, group members calling each other in the evenings and shit like that is important, man. You know what I mean? And in enhancing the purpose, effectiveness, and functionality of all those things we've listed, you know, and accountability being one of them, you know, support and encouragement being another one, sharing resources and expanding networks being the other ones, right? You know, and you know, I would like to just also to enhance the power of the mastermind, we enhance the power of the membership. So like we were talking about in last class, like, you know, I just want to call up everyone again to step up and fill all those dead moments where you're guilty of not doing the good things you could do. You know what I mean? With good things you could do every fucking moment of every day. You know what I mean? And again, we do have a real mission. Nobody sees it. That's part of the programming. Like, let's talk real here. There is a real war of good and evil. There is a bunch of freaking punks out here that need that ass kicking so they can check themselves. You know what I mean? And there's various creative ways we can come up with to give that, and I'm down to swing the sword at that shit all day, you know. So number one, so to substantially enhance the mastermind process, consider including strategies that deepen trust, maximize the group's collective intelligence, and cultivate an environment where every member is fully engaged and aligned with the group's purpose. Here are some ways to elevate the mastermind experience. I just went over, like, clarify the group's vision and purpose, maybe push ourselves into that uncomfortable zone where we do something we normally wouldn't even, but step up to the plate and swing the bat hard, you know, and push that line back and raise that lever of cultural growth within the group for everyone else. You know what I mean? Like, you see it, that one tree grows a little bit, then another tree, you know, they play off each other, even as trees. So structured agenda with flexibility. So diverse and complementary skills, right? So eventually, once we get bigger, we'll be able to do little team skyscraper builds within a larger purpose, and then come back to a if we have the structure, right? If we start that structure being very important in our thing. And I'm gonna call myself up from now on, man. I'll be in here at 4:44 and doing burpees until everyone comes in. So if anyone wants to show up with me, let's fucking go, because that's
That's
gonna
good
enhance.
idea.
That's gonna enhance.
So
And-
there'll be a before and after burpee session. And Brandon will do before, Danny will do after. So that's a great idea. That's a great idea.
And if anyone, man. And okay, so, and like I said on that other rotate leadership roles, it said that in the query. We came up with that ourselves, day one of the new thing. You know what I'm saying? Which that's what's up. Personal and collective goals. I think everybody, if you don't mind, will you please write down on a piece of paper what your personal goal is in this group? And if you have 5 or 6 of them, go. And what a collective goal you would like this group to have. Just write them down on the piece of paper. Me and Kenny were talking about, like, the study of ancient practices, and I'm totally gonna watch that Shogun. And I've been looking, and I've had several chapters of my life where I've heavily endeavored into the samurai code, the Bushido, the samurai history and stuff like that. And man, does it always enhance my life to just focus on that. And they have so much there. The Stoic study is great too, for sure. But if you look at just every little aspect of the physical practice, the calligraphic practice, so write this shit down with, like, calligraphic letters, man. Like, make your handwriting look good. Let's start to consider some of the instructions we've been given about impeccable word and the importance of word, and the use of word to create thought, which can create physicality. You know what I mean? And how maybe language isn't such a bad thing after all. Maybe it's not the only thing as the language of words, but there's other languages and there's other ways to construct ideas, but for this practice, right? All right, and we're going to come back to this. I just want to finish going through this list, because I think now that you're writing, you'll write down a few other things. Deepen the accountability process. Beyond tracking action steps, introduce systems that allow for honest feedback and self-reflection. Members can share both wins and setbacks, fostering a culture of transparency and growth. And we get to do that all day long in the What's Up group. Thank you. Another blessing, you know. include reflection time. Carve out a few minutes at the end of each session for reflection, where members share takeaways or insights gained during the meeting. This reinforces learning and ensures everyone leaves with actionable steps. You know, like I know we've all got our different conflicts with religion and all that kind of things, and organized religion, but I would say it's fair to say we have to respect people's religious beliefs as much as they have to respect our anti-religious beliefs or whatever, or you know what I mean? We all bring those sharpening, or we all bring that different side to the diamond. And this thing that we have obviously cuts through a lot of our problems much better than everything else. So I think we should all, right? But maybe a prayer. We do have a very spiritually practiced individual who's been a regular guy. Also, that could rotate. And anyway, I'm just saying, let's lean on our skills too, guys, and be, anytime I see anyone doing anything that's really, really excellent for them and for others and for little kids that are around, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be 100,000% in support of that. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't give a shit whatever fucking stupid little fucking conflicts I could come up, because I did the work and I'm consciously, down the path a little bit, and I don't care about that. That is stupid bullshit. Very, very baby step, easy to identify bullshit. All right, focus on skill development. What you said, Everett, I think is really beneficial. We should be focusing on skill development. Imagine if we did, okay, so everyone coaches everyone, a different coach every different day, right? But let's just say every third time you coach, it should be on a functional skill like AI management or software trainerized management or whatever, so that we can really get out there and do this wide berth attack on evil messaging with truth. That shit is fucking nightly as a motherfucker. Like, I feel like, I should walk taller when I'm around in town, but I'm invisible. Practice active listening and empathy. Building an environment of genuine respect and empathy enables members to open up and share vulnerability. Practice active listening exercises to cultivate a deeper level of understanding and connection. I'm going to read that again. Practice active listening exercises to cultivate a deeper level of understanding and connection. If I can get it to where you can't learn, and you're in fucking square peg, round hole disease, or you're chasing your own tail, or however you want to put it, I've effectively won. You know what I mean? If I'm an evil schemer, right? And you see that direct intention. Don't become a slave. Get out of that. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn how to, two things: listen and focus. Those are the two things I can see. There is an energy weapons pointed out and being blasted. People's ability to listen and focus. So follow-up of meetings, brief, informal check-ins will help maintain momentum. As this gets bigger, I was thinking we can even have a 5-minute thing or whatever. And if we need more time, we put it on the front end. You know what I mean? We put it on the earlier time. We don't go up in the day. Invite guests, we get harder on ourselves. We put the weight on. Invite guests, experts occasionally, we should celebrate wins and milestones. All right, cool. Promotional intelligence and mindfulness practices. Man, we've got that covered. Blessing. Thank you. Create long-term progress tracking. Wow. The trainer system is actually something that does that. Like, what I was thinking is the trainerize we already set up. We could retitle that and package it into whatever other shit we've been talking about. Focus on continuous improvement. All right, let's go around the room and read off what each person has written. And I'm just going to go from the top of my screen. As we do this, Ken Saul, what do you got?
My goals for being part of this mastermind alliance is to be a spiritual light and a encouragement in righteousness. If because often like I've mentioned it before, hustle culture can be a slippery slope, and I'm praying that I can help to maintain a higher level of in honor, integrity, those spiritual aspects that are worth more than money. Like because money is not the goal, right? That's not true riches. True riches are found in the intangible things, and so my desire is to be an encourager in those intangibles that can help us to really succeed beyond the just the financial things. That's what I got.
That is a great side to this diamond, and I just wanted to throw one bounce back at you that to increase the lights volume, we will want to probably put some kind of financial upgrade in place, but I like that a lot, man.
Yeah. I sent you a message this morning, Brandon. God gave me a vision for you, so we'll talk about that later.
Copy that. And dude, that is such a valuable contribution. I am so glad you are here, bro. Fuck yeah. So that's your intention group. What's your personal goal?
So my personal trajectory, my personal path is to die in service. So I want to live well and die honorably. Like I want to lay down my life in service to the King. I want to lay down my life in service to others, and that's my personal desire is to be an honorable soldier who's not concerned with what do soldiers do? They live and they do their best to bless their soldiers to the left and to the right of them, and they pick each other up and they press on through the struggles. And so my desire is to live and die with the honor of a soldier.
Dude, I fucking spit a tear out onto my page. Dude, that's what's up. I salute the fuck out of that, man. Respect. Thank you for being here and for being you. AK, what you got, man? The AK sprays. Everybody
What are you asking? What do I want out of the group?
Yeah, did you write down by chance earlier a personal goal or a group goal that you had in mind?
A group goal is, yeah, I would like to see us have like some sort of central, website page that we all can build off of and have a library of content and do it properly with cited sources and stuff like that. It's a little vague, but we tried to attempt that earlier in the year, but
I have a surprise
life got in the
for
way.
the
But
group. I have a surprise for the group so what's the next thing? At the end of this, I have a gift. I worked on it all day. I have the web shop, dude, back at the Portal Distinto creators back at my fingertips.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
That's a dope site, right?
It is a dope site, man. Last time I was on there, but it was a while back when we talked about this. It was kind of clunky, but I think you said you've tightened it up since then.
Yeah, we're on a dedicated server now, dude. We pay fucking damn leg.
Because it was cloud based or what?
It was just a shared for the build.
Oh yeah, you could tell.
He wanted, yeah, that's what happened to us.
The broadband of that shared network, dude. Your slice was so thin.
Yeah, but no, now it's rocket speed. Yeah. Well, first of all, it was hard to pitch that to everybody, man. Like the web shop, And then like everybody wanted to see that everything was real, and then the fucking clown show. But that's okay. I forgive it. Do we all see that I forgive it? Do we all see it? Anyway, we're all learning. We're all
But
learning.
personally,
Gotta know what it is.
I'm
You gotta
there
assess things properly.
because I prayed for like the longest time after college, actually, because I had like kind of like a group like this in college, except some people weren't like fully into it. But yeah, I was like, man, I love that. So I prayed for the longest time that I'd have a morning group. I just didn't know I didn't know how to find you guys. Well, I did. I ended up finding you guys. I found it, right? You stick to it. And actually, I thought of another idea. I was like, well, shit. What if you made a website about building your own mastermind? And these people, sign up for it, and you have like fields you fill out, like your interests and what you want and what where you come from and stuff, and you link up with people and do a mastermind. Kind of sounds cool, huh?
Hell yeah.
It'd be
Let's go.
like social media for masterminds.
Yeah. So LinkedIn, but better, right?
Right. Well, yeah,
It's
a
amazing.
spot where you can find a group, formulate the group, and then run with your group. You don't even have to
Dude,
stick
that's
onto the
crazy.
website.
That's why you're here. That you prayed for it, and it was an answer to your prayers. I've had that
Yeah.
happen to me before. That's cool as
And
fuck.
I also think of it more of a mastermind as like a think tank, because we're all real smart people in here, and we all like we play well together, and we figure out things, and yeah, so we're thinking in here. So it's a think tank.
Wow, that's powerful, dude. That you prayed
Think
for
and
this.
grow rich.
Think and grow rich,
Maybe
act
it was
and
your
grow
prayer.
strong.
Maybe it was your prayer that manifested this whole thing. Could have been.
Yeah, and I didn't know exactly what I was praying for. I was just like a group of people that, we were real with each other, and we want to see the best for each other, and we won't, we're not have these underlying resentments or anything, right? Or we don't have that type of personality that could allow that to happen. That's what I mean.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm glad you are a wolf and you long for a pack, bro. I'm a Lobo too. Scat and Ball, what's up, man? What do you got?
Well, I've got some stuff. Where'd it go? Yeah, I was just kind of brainstorming on different things we can do to make financial, which a lot of it's already going on: coaching, supplements, spiritual guidance, workout, or nutrients. Getting into the gym, getting routines, social media, financial investment in our personal development, business expansion on a personal level. I wrote down live well and honorable in God's image. Thanks, Saul, for that one. Substantially enhance my intention or my purpose in this group, and continue to, keep taking notes. And let's see. Continue showing up, taking care of self, continue finding way to do personal development and pouring that into the group so you guys can learn or get new ideas from myself. Show up daily with purpose. Continue brainstorming ideas, using my time to teach on my chosen days and then some, and finding my definite purpose. And of course, just always pouring into the group when I find something to pour. Just never quitting, being here every day, all the time. So that's what I've got written down.
That's beautiful.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Hell
Good
yeah.
stuff,
Thank
Stan.
you.
Good stuff.
Thank you. We couldn't do it without you, man. This chemistry is this chemistry. So, and it's all been great. And, there's, Michelle, what do you got?
Okay, good morning, guys. I was always taught that a goal needs to be measurable, so tangible and measurable. So I'd invite everyone to put a number by it, because how will you ever know when you achieve it, or at least having those incremental small goals chipping away so you see progress towards your goal, you know you're moving forward. So a personal goal is to, my personal goal and life message really is to alleviate suffering in the world. And that's through different tools and teachings of my own breakdowns, my own traumas, you know, that I've learned tools and teachings that actually have saved lives already, that I know I can continue to do that, and I will. So I'm going to do that through my own coaching business, continuing to grow and expand that, as well as actually putting out my message on social media platforms. So I just now launched my first YouTube public channel. I've had a private one for clients, but now putting just free information out to the world, because I know even people that can't afford coaching can still, you know, be saved really by just getting new tools, right? So that's, say it again.
I said, who a good job fight of good and evil. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just knowing a tool, you know what I mean? It's just like I have so many simple basic tools that I do on a daily basis to you know, and teach, that I'm like, oh, people just need this. So getting past whatever has been barriers in the way of just launching different large platforms, that's my personal goal. And then for a group goal, I wrote down a vision. I've worked with a lot of different masterminds, and I've led a lot of like large groups, and we always created a team vision together. So I wrote down my own personal, what?
A what word? You create a what together?
A team vision.
Yes.
And then we agree and align. So they call it alignment. So alignment doesn't mean you necessarily fully agree. Like it might be on, like, let's say religion. Maybe we don't fully agree on our viewpoints of God, but we can align to an agreement, right? So it's like not saying I love that. It's just saying I can align with that. I can fist pump that. I can align with it. So you can even say, I don't fully agree, but I will align for the greatness for all of us, right? So you're willing to put aside a selfish opinion or a self-focused XYZ for the greater good of the whole team, of the unit, right? Of the pack. You're looking at the pack, you're not looking at self and all of that. So that's the difference, is being willing to align to something. Yeah, right. And it might be like a time that we're going to work out. It might be topics or how we're going to run this. But so it's like, how can we align? Maybe my selfishness says, oh, I would rather have this, but if the whole team is agreeing on 7 o'clock of XYZ, yeah, fuck it, I can align to that, you know? So it's like, I'm willing to align. And then, so it makes it an easy way to move forward with things when we can get everyone to align. Maybe you don't agree, maybe you're not happy, maybe a little poopy in your pants, I don't know, but you can align, right? And you can figure, you know, it's like we put our adult bridges on and we can move forward. So it's focusing on we and not me, right? So that's what, like, the team is where we focus, not just me. Personal gets to be obviously me, but so I wrote down a team. My personal vision for the team as the unit is a team that holds each other high. So we hold each other at a high standard, and we call each other out. We call each other, people want to call it high. I call each other up. We call each other forward.
Yes.
When we're slipping, and with direct, authentic feedback. So no, like, acting like we're 5-year-olds and wanting to skirt around. Like, feedback is love, saying, hey, I see you falling on your face, bro. Like, what's going on? You know, being willing to be that voice to save someone's life potentially. You never know. So it's being willing to give that feedback. I think it's really important in order to have growth in any group. Is, you know, if you see one of your boys slipping, like, do you not care about them enough to say something and be like, bro, what's going on? Do you need to talk? That's love. You know, what is not love is just watching your guy fall flat on his face and not saying anything and just observing on the sideline. That's not love, you know? So being willing to be a team like that, where we can count on each other, of like, if one of us is slipping, that one of us is going to say something, you know, or all of us. And then also a space that's open and respected of all voices. right? So like your voice isn't any more valuable than Franco's or Eric. Like, all of us have an equal say. The weight is equally heavy and gets to be considered and heard. And then I would say where growth and elevation is the centerpiece, so that like that's the focus, that keeping the main thing, right? So keeping the main thing, if what and we're aligning on a vision, right? So if it's growth and elevation being the centerpiece is what I wrote down. That being the main thing that we talk about when we get in these groups, so that we're not logging on and then talking for an hour and a half on, oh, I didn't want to take the trash out and my ex did this to me, and we're like spending an hour just, you know, I could watch the news, I could get on social media for that, right? So we're keeping this space intentional, that we're here to elevate each other's lives, not just complain and trauma dump on each other. I'm not saying we can't share when we're needing support. I think that's really, really important to when, hey, I'm going through something, I just want to share, I need some support with this. But knowing the difference, right? Getting to like, we are like grown and knowing, creating supportive relationships that we want to share because we're needing support, not sharing in a group of elevated people because we want to selfishly just vomit. Knowing, you know, having the self-awareness of when someone's talking for 45 minutes about nothing, right? They're not adding value, they're actually subtracting. This is also going to be the difference maker between, as we attract higher level people in here, right? We want we want to continue drawing in a badass team, creating a badass team who are going to be their soldiers, right? We're going to be here for each other. Life isn't getting like, no, we're going into some, people want to call it the end of times for some, like we're in unique special times. So I think it's a divine time, but we've all found each other. And so I think it can strengthen our ability to be there for each other when we're like, hey, all right, bro, you've been talking for 45 minutes and you've been a subtraction to the team. You've subtracted 45 minutes from, you know, like having that awareness. Are we adding value or are we subtracting from the unit, from the team?
So just as a bounce back and to give us a cultural way of doing that, call the person on the side first, right? We're all in the WhatsApp chat and let them know, hey, man, I think there's a general consensus, just an observation, or, you know, I see you doing this and I think it's taken away from the group, and right. And then if you keep telling them on the side, and then blow them up in the group. Don't just blow them up right away. Let's not create any kind of unnecessary conflict that could be maturely circumvented. Like,
yes, 100%. And I can always share different tools that I've used at some point, you know, that really help with communication, to where, you know, you're giving feedback with love. You're not just like emotionally going off on someone, because there's a difference between that too, right? Like you're fed up with somebody's, you know, and this could be family, this could be anybody, you're fed up with how they've been treating you, you just go off. You know, throwing a tantrum is also not the same as feedback, right? So and feedback is also our personal experience of how we view what's going on. So feedback doesn't always have to be necessarily right. You know, the person gets to be open. That's why I'll just share, we always say, like, are you open to feedback? So you get the person's permission first before just shooting away at them. You know what I mean? You want to like, that way they can understand, okay, I'm about to give you a little something that you might not like, but are you open for some feedback? And I've told people no. Like, if I don't respect them, if they don't have what I want in life, like how Wes talks about, I've straight said no. Do you have what I want in this area of life? Then I absolutely do not want your feedback. I'm not open to that. You can go put that wherever you want. But so people get the right also to say no, I don't. And that also is like how we hold ourselves in this room will determine, right, if someone respects you or not. There's different ways that we can, you know, how you show up in here is also how you show up in the world. So if you show up lazy, if you show up late, if you show up, you're here, sometimes you're not here, committed, uncommitted. And I'm not making anyone right or wrong, right? I get on late all the time. So I'm just saying, we set our own standards for how we're viewed, because typically how you show up in here is how you show up in life. So you kind of let us all have an insight into your life also by how you show up, right? How you do one thing is how you do everything. So someone can just respect you or not respect you and decide if they want to have your feedback or not. And that's just, you know, if you haven't held your own space to be a respected individual by whoever it is, like, they don't have to have your feedback. You know, what were you gonna say, Brandon?
I forgot.
Okay.
So sorry. But, oh, maybe someone could call Michelle and tell her to show up on time on the side. No, I'm just playing. I just can't. I forget what I was saying now.
I-
That's a super good contribution, and I think we should install. Are you open to feedback in our culture? You know, I think that's absolutely perfect. And thank you. Yeah, this is all super good. We should be working with hard troops. We should have a general awareness of subtraction from progress based on selfish venting. Eric, what do you got, bro?
Good morning. So as you've been talking, man, I just keep jotting down notes. So I'll just read through some of the things that I initially wrote down, and then I'll ad lib a little bit. So I think the number one thing that I love about this, and that really dials me in, is the network, right? We all bring something to this, right? Let's call it a party, right? We all have something to contribute. That right there, almost like, we have strengths, and I think as a group, we need to learn how to build upon each other. I also want to go back to what Aaron said. I love the idea of having a nickname, right? I like that alter ego, right? You look at any superhero, there's the hero's journey, there's the progression. We are becoming something. So if you want to be called Inferno and you want to be called the fucking Dragon Slayer or Demon Slayer, excuse me, I love it. I love it. I think it's a great way. It's a great way to have a handle, right? Even if you look at the top aces in the world that fly jets, man, they all are called something. So,
Started talking shit about stepping on demons.
yeah, I love that fucking shit. No doubt, man. The other thing is the physical and emotional,
Light them on
health.
fire.
Light them on fire. Beautiful. The physical and emotional health, man. The thing that this can provide for many people is not a sounding board, right? Because sometimes that can pull you get a lot of negative energy like that. But if you need it, maybe you need some one-on-one time. But we all provide value, right? So it's the network, it's the mental, the physical, and the key with all that is honest feedback, right? And we have a way to get some honest feedback, from people that look. I've not met any of you guys, right? I look forward to the day that I do, because I appreciate, what the value that each one of you provide every day. And it's that thing, we show up every day, not just for ourselves, but for the other people. So in doing that, we're developing our spirit, we're changing our karma, and those are some of the things that I wrote down. But as you were talking, I love the fact that you said each one of us is the side of a diamond, right? It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, you know. And then, the other thing, Brandon, that you said is you are a wolf longing for a pack, right? Beautiful thought. I'm like, oh man. So I get these nuggets that I can take with me through the day, and I can put them again out into the world. And that's changing my karma and my energy and how I interact and how I see other people. So this is the value that, even if I'm listening, or I'm out on a walk or whatever, but ultimately I come back and I said, you know what, this is truly changing our energy and changing our world. I'll end with this. We talked about the group, we talked about structure in the past. We do have a calendar out there. It's continuing to evolve. And as we do grow and attract more people, I think that it's very important that we do have certain level of structure, right? Like you said, hey man, maybe we start if you're East Coast time, maybe we're doing burpees at 5 o'clock in the morning to kick it off. And maybe by the time that the West Coast people come on, it's 5 o'clock for them. They catch the last bit of the mastermind, and there's another set of burpees right there. And then the final piece of all this is an organization does need a little bit of money, right? And maybe that we do need to actually take advantage of, you know, creating some type of entity and doing some type of contribution. And you know, it could be a little bit of money. I think that's important, right? But what if we created our own crypto, like our own freaking, let's call it Relentless Brigade crypto, right? You get paid in coins. You also, when you teach and you're in front of other people, you get paid. You get paid in those coins. They could become valuable, you know. So those are a couple things that I was thinking about as I listened to you. I love you all. Thank you for your contributions and the energy that you put into my life. I appreciate you. So thanks a lot, man.
Oh, dude, thank you for you, bro. Thank you for that
Appreciate you, man.
contribution.
All of you.
Dude, you are such an important member of this group. It's ridiculous, Eric. I love you being here, man. I'm always looking forward to seeing you. All that shit was fucking excellent, man. And I got a couple things in response for that at the end. And I'm sorry, AR, did you have something?
What's that?
I thought maybe you had something.
Oh,
If
me?
not, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, the
I
camera
just have some
panned over to you,
gratitude
man.
quotes at the end to keep our 25 days of gratitude going. That's all.
Good job. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Fucking
Because I'm down with gratitude. Thank you.
things are going so well. Remember, no victory lap. You know what I mean? No fucking absence of awareness. You know what I mean? Check your six. It's right when you think you're winning that somebody's looking to fucking snipe your
And that-
shit.
And
Like,
that's the
Right.
other thing you said, right? You make the best friends in life when you find out who's in the foxhole with you,
right up.
right? 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 Beautiful, brother.
Sure,
Beautiful,
for
man.
sure.
I love it, man. I love the some of those leadership principles that come from the military, or we'll call it speak, that you guys would typically do in times of need, right? You know, it's like, man, I'm in a horrible or a shitty situation, but you know, those people that are around you can make you or break you. So, you know,
Yeah. True statement.
this is huge. It's all huge, man. Thanks, guys.
I just want to add, remember, this is a true thing. I learned this for first time when I was 15, really, really hard. And I've learned it 1,000 times since. When you really start doing big things that are the right things, that are good things with good people, the devil will come after you for that shit. So keep your
New
guard.
levels of devil. New levels of devil.
It's real, yo. Come on, let's be real. You know what I mean? Keep your guard up. There's no victory lap. There's not. You know what I mean? That's when you get jacked.
Absolutely.
Right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah. You know, I really love Michelle's contribution of accountability too, because I'm the type of person that needs accountability because it just takes that little kick in the ass to really start to soar. You know, I sometimes a little bit of accountability goes a long way.
so
Long way.
true. And just reminders of shit you already know. So
Yeah.
true. We need.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's and that's the
Truth.
other thing, you know, like I was exposed to like a personal development relatively young. I remember when I was 18, 17, listening to Tony Robbins back in the day when it was an infomercial, and you would you it was like a Gunthy Ranker, and you'd get this whole tape set and shit like that. I got into sales very early in my life, and anytime you're in sales, you do a lot of personal development. They talk about, you know, what's in your mind, how to communicate, the different layers of communication. So, you know, through life, right or wrong, I got off that path, right? But you know, when I started listening to Aaron and you guys, and you're reading Think and Grow Rich, it brought me back in time. And I was like, you know what? I embodied a lot of those lessons as I lived my life. I've made mistakes, right? But the truth is that when you come back to that, and you really like you got to think of it, it's like a course or something that you learned a long time ago, and it's like a refresher. And through the lessons of such a fantastic book that has lasted through the ages, you take those pieces And you can, or at least I can look back in life and I can say, right or wrong, I learned so much from that time. And now doing a refresher course, again, it's putting you in that situation and allows you to grow and evolve. And by you growing, the group grows. Straight up.
Yeah, same here, dude. Like when I first joined the group and they mentioned Think and Grow Rich, I was like, what? That it brought me back. I was like, oh man,
Yeah,
yeah,
it is,
yep,
man. It's fantastic. And you know what,
yep.
Ken? Ken, you're always dropping scripture, and I love scripture. I'm kind of packed up here. I'm about to hop on a plane here in a little while. But I've got just these nuggets that either I've done and looked at through my own research, reading, and listening to others, and some of the ones that you drop in the chat too. So I love that and I appreciate it. About you as well, bro. Thank you.
We love you, bro. Where are you going?
I'm going to Houston, man. I got my birthday coming up this weekend. So I'm meeting up with my lady, and we're gonna celebrate. And then after that, I'll be heading up north for the holidays and go see some family and some old friends. And then that's it, man. Then I'll be back down here in the ATL, and I'll go from there. So it's the last couple months of the year. It's usually at this point in the game, my world, it starts to slow down a little bit, so I have a little bit more time. But
Good, you know.
you know, yeah. So it's good, man. It's good, but work is work. It's chaos at times. Sometimes it slows down, and in the world of the hospitals, nobody wants to do nothing because it's the holidays. Nobody wants to make big changes because it's the holidays. They all want to take it easy, and they all want to start, charging in January and February. So they're shifting to a lower gear, but not me. Through you guys and your energy, it allows me to charge March 4th faster and a little bit harder, and keep the pedal to the metal, man. Let's just continue to vamos and grow, man. You know, Booyah,
Whoa.
booyah.
Yo, Franco.
Yeah, I'm still alive, alive and kicking,
That's a good thing.
and I haven't killed anybody yet, so that's a good thing too.
Oh wow.
What did you
You're
drive
thriving.
down? What did you write down?
No, well, story of my life. I mean, most days it's just trying to stay alive. Whether I'm riding the bike to work or just doing my job. It's I got to keep an eye out. People are just yeah, there's too many words to use. But anyway, well, I got the class tomorrow. I've got some ideas of what I want to do. I'm gonna narrow it down tonight. What I feel like doing tomorrow. There's a lot of things I'd like to see us do, and me. I like to be
Yeah.
the comedic, the comedy relief. I like things a little bit more. You know, I wouldn't say structured. More, I like things a little bit more interactive. But I don't want it. Kind of like if you guys ever watched the old Ferris Bueller movie, and his teacher Bueller. I don't like that monotone fucking kind of, the kind of thing where it's like if I speak for like 2 minutes, I'm gonna look at the screen and every one of you is gonna be fucking zonked out, Like let's get some energy here, Franco. Come on, man. So
Ben Stein.
There you go.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that nice. I'll never
Just do
forget
the
that.
Red
man,
Eyes
'cause that's-
commercials with eye drops.
It is, it's I just think you kind of need to have people like focused on you, and I think tomorrow I want to keep things interactive. I will call on you. I'd prefer everybody be muted, and then I'll call on you, or if you have something you want to interject with something that we talk about, do the usual, raising your hand kind of thing. So that way we're not stepping on anybody's toes. Eric, are you going to be around tomorrow, or are you going to be on vacation? You going to be around in the morning?
Yeah, I'm gonna be on vacation, but you know, I'm East Coast and I'm used to getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, so I'll probably dial in and listen in as well. So
Okay, cool.
definitely, yeah, man, I'll be around.
I'm just trying to get an idea of what who's going to be there. So yeah, as for
Franco,
today's topic, what's up?
I just wanted to say, will you hit up the thread when you decide your topic so we could think of it? So
Yeah, I'll probably
yeah.
probably when I get off of work, I'm gonna go home. I got some videos that I want to reference, or research, I should say. I got a couple of people like Jordan Peterson and Peter Crone, my two favorites.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
When it
Nice.
comes to the mind, and I want to talk about some of the things they do, because you know how like they talk about. Okay, one of the ideas that I had for tomorrow is like we talk in metaphors and what's the word, sayings. These little sayings that we like to say and live by.
Parables.
And
Yeah.
Quotes.
yeah, anything like that. And I think tomorrow would be a great day for us to, I'll call on you, and I'll bring up some of my own that I love, and explain what they mean to me, how I use them, and I think that would be a good way to find out what everybody has in mind, and how they use it, how it affects them, kind of things to get more of this stuff out into the group, and basically I want it to be like just one big fucking exploding ball of positivity tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Of all these
Bam!
great,
Do that.
all these great sayings, all this stuff, and I really think that we can benefit a lot from having that kind of group conversation that way.
I'm looking forward to that, Franco. Fuck
I'm
yeah,
looking
bro.
forward
Yeah,
to that too.
it'll be fun.
Wisdom of the ages, man.
Like I said before, I like to keep things comedic, so I'll probably throw some ribs at you guys, just keep it lively.
That's good.
I'm not when I'm at my best, I'm there, I'm focused, I'm silly, I love comedy, everything's, even when it comes to the dark things, I'm definitely one of those dark humor people, some people might get
Humor
upset
is
with
no
me sometimes.
laughing matter.
Yeah, exactly. That's that's what some people feel like, I'll be, like death.
Boring.
I honestly, when it comes to like death, I deal with it with comedy, and like when my army brother died, I dealt with his death with comedy, and honestly, he'd probably come back to haunt me if I didn't, because that's just the kind of people that we were together. It's like if I don't make fun of this guy, even though he died, he's gonna come back to fucking haunt me. That's just kind of the person that I am. But yeah, for today's topic, my goal, my everything. Honestly, a lot of things I'm still trying to work out, like of what my ultimate goal is going to be, but what I really want to do is, I'm incrementally, getting myself out there, opening myself up, and, even though I haven't been consistent, I've still experienced a lot in my life. I've worked out, I've gotten in great shape, I've had great diets, multiple kinds. I've learned a lot from listening to you guys, listening to all these people online, great influences. So I have something that I've experienced and that I've actually done. Even though I may not be doing it now, I've done this stuff and it works. So, my goal is basically just to get out as much information as I have. And while at the same time learning from you guys, because there's so many things that you guys have talked about, like all this, Think and Grow Rich. A lot of that stuff wasn't, isn't what a lot of the people that I listen to talk about, but some of it is, the whole mind aspect of it. So, getting all these little tidbits and bettering myself at the same time, while hopefully giving something out that you guys haven't heard, or, my view of something that you guys do, so that maybe it can better your lives, and that you guys might take something that I say and say it to somebody else. That's all I can hope for. I put out my information to anybody that wants to hear. I'm not a big fan of putting it out there to people that don't want to hear it, because I just don't like wasting my time with them. Because it's like, you got to be willing to learn. If you're not willing to learn, there's no point in wasting, me wasting my time on you. But but I will tell it to somebody, and if they're overhearing, maybe they'll learn. It's just all this thing, it's like I like to kind of focus on the people that I know are paying attention. Anytime I say anything to you guys, I see everybody paying attention. Any kind of feedback that you guys have to say, I love it when you guys throw it back at me, and kind of this whole playing ball. Let's put our catcher's mitts on, and let's play ball. Let's throw the ball around. Exactly. So I love you guys. I thank you for everything. I'll put something in the feed later this afternoon, my time, Washington time. So, but it'll more than likely be that right there that we were talking about. But if I have any other ideas, I'll put it in the feed. But for now, I think we're going to go with that. And have a nice, great conversation tomorrow.
Yeah. Hey guys, I gotta burn out, but I do want to throw out there that I've been consistently doing my burpees every morning, and I'd be more than happy to turn the screen on if y'all want to join in. Usually around 4:30. So 4:30 Central Time. So
okay, that's good to know.
I mean, I can just start turning the screen on, and I mean, I still do them by myself. Who cares if I'm being recorded? So if you guys want to jump in, yeah,
I'll be there tomorrow, man.
That sounds beautiful. I'm gonna make a mental note. Set
awesome,
my
man.
time earlier.
I definitely like the group setting better because I don't know, it just drives me and I work harder and I get more out of it. And I know everybody else does too.
I had two thoughts as Michelle was talking that are coming back to me now. Maybe we should keep reserve selfish venting for burpee time. You know what I'm saying? So that way we've chemically offset that, and Franco, it's just like, I am not even in faith on this one. I know everybody that's been coming to this room consistently was called to be here, and so everybody is here for a reason, and these outcomes, these chemical outcomes, which should be allowed to fizzle to a certain degree as well. On the flip side of that, let's not selfishly vent coin, you know what I mean? We should let the chemistry get mixed and fizzle and see what that looks like to a certain degree. So I don't think any of those things you were kind of painting as negatives are so negatives, and I really love everything you had to say about positives being our goal. Just a game of positivity actually really is a pure concept of anyway. I'm just looking forward to your hosting tomorrow. Thank you for being here. We all love you too. Changeology, what's up? I'm trying to do a new game show in the future.
Good morning, everybody.
Personal development game show.
Yeah,
there you go.
And there's a prize. There's two prizes at the end. There's three prizes at the end. One of them's for the three people who showed up early. What's up? Punctuality.
So my goal my whole life is I love observing people. I'm kind of like a people watcher kind of person. So because I learn off of everyone's perception of reality, and how they tap into this universal field of energy that we're all a part of collectively. To help shape and form our collective reality. So now with technology, I'm able to really expand my view on how people do this around the world, because before I used to just observe in my local space, and I actually started doing it in high school, where high school to me is like a cataclysm or a snapshot of like the rest of the world, of what the world I'm going to go into, because everyone in high school kind of breaks down into little mini social groups. Like when I was going to high school, there was like the long-haired rockers, the goth people, the jocks, the smarty people, and they all kind of broke up into these little social groups. And so I did like experimenting where I would hang out with all these different groups, by actually dating different people from those groups. So it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun experiment in high school to do that. But then that translates into my world today. Hey, have a great day, Stanton. You always positive. You always bring a working man's perspective on everything. So that's super awesome. We all need that. And so fast fast forward that experiencing to today, or now with the mastermind, or coming with all you people, I get to experience how you shape your reality in different ways, tools you use, things that work, things didn't work, your experiences and how you stub your toe. We stub our toes every day, you know, when we make a little boo-boo and then we have to do a correction and stuff. And so that's I love all that, just being exposed to all that. And that's and that's how it kind of reinforces kind of like my theories on how people, you know, tap into energy and propel themselves forward. And so, and of course, my goal in life is to try and make the world a better place. But a lot of it is I visualize reality in a certain way. And so then I use my photography to help people visualize their realities. And right now, my focus is obviously like realizing the potential in their home and helping them market it through visual content. And so that's what I do right now, because I'm a very visual person. My mind works visually. I don't write a lot of stuff down. When I do, I write stuff down so that I can mentally imprint it in my mind. That's kind of how my mind kind of works. It's got a very visual memory. So I'm a very visual person. So but yeah, everyone's perspectives in here, you know, drives my growth, because I'm able to pull nuggets from each one of your individuals' lives. And your lives is basically a physical manifestation of your personal reality. So that allows me to like take those nuggets and go, oh, okay, maybe I can look at my world this way. Maybe I can look at my world that way, because Brandon's in South America giving us his perspective, and Ken's coming from a different world, and both the Aarons have different things, and Michelle now is bringing in her different perspectives and stuff. And so everyone in their mind mentally shapes their reality in front of them and brings and physically manifests it in the world. And so being able to visually see that using technology allows me to see, okay, this is possible. Okay, I don't want to do this because I don't want that to happen in my personal reality. Or I do want this. I do watch a lot of different personal development people like Andy Frisella and Julian and a bunch of other people. And there's a common theme going on right now where if you want personal freedom, and you see it in their lives, if you want personal freedom, you need to be physically fit, you need to be financially fit. You just do those two things, nothing else really affects you in the world. Like all these guys were talking about, yeah, we just had an election here in the US, but at the end of the day, it sort of affects them, but mostly it doesn't. Why? Because they're kind of like operating outside that space where they're not dependent on the outcome of an election to drive their reality or drive their world. You know, they're still going to operate because they're operating in a space of like freedom, not dependency. And so
it will affect us though, and we know that.
Huh?
I said it will affect us, and we know it. And people that say, the presidency won't affect us, is they're not doing their homework.
Well, it does in a way if you make it affect you. See, the thing about it is insulating yourself from other people's realities affecting you is creating strong personal will inside of you, and then creating your own strong personality. A lot of it has to do with like, you know, physically capable.
Yeah, people like us, you know, it's less of an issue because we know that we're only, if anybody's going to fuck our lives up, it's going to be ourselves, right? So
no one can drain us.
Nobody's going to fuck if anybody's going to fuck my life up, it's going to be me, all right?
Yeah, but you notice the average person in this world, they have an interdependency upon everybody else. In other words, they shape their reality based on the reality of others. And so what happens is they all follow the leader, but there's really no leader. It's just like this mass of like randomness, like moving around.
Wander, yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm standing farther away
Great
watching
point.
this randomness fly me, and I'm like, okay, that's fucked up. I'm not gonna do that, you know. But so I truly I do everything with love and gratitude. So I truly love the group, and I'm very, very grateful for everyone's presence when I come in here. I do though, I like to disconnect every week from like outside influences, just to like kind of put things into perspective. So a lot of times I do that on the weekends, and I do that now with hiking, where I go experience really unique places and allow like connect with nature and disconnect from technology, because the places I go, I got no cell phone signal or very little signal, or I don't even take the cell phone. I leave it at camp. So when I go hiking, so obviously this weekend is a 3-day weekend. So I'm gonna go to the Grand Canyon for 3 days. And so I probably won't be on the mastermind this weekend like I wasn't last weekend because I was in Cathedral Gorge last weekend. And so obviously there was no cell phone signal there. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't post pictures till I got back and stuff like that or anything like that. But I do like to share with the group, my experiences out in nature. So I'll probably be taking photos and stuff while I'm there at the Grand Canyon just to show you, one of the
Yeah,
things
send them to the thread. Sure.
Love seeing that. Anybody, anything anybody's
Hey, I
doing
love that
during their day, share it.
that Cathedral Gorge there.
I don't think there can be enough sharing in there.
We were talking, if you see a door, take it on the
Straight up.
cathedral or stand in front of the door and do a scream because that's what Michelle had us do, and I lost my voice the next day. I put everything I heard.
So my goal here is if I can bring any of my skills or talents to the table to help you be more physically successful or financially successful, I'm all part of that because I think those are like the two main pillars about how all societies have shaped up. If you can strongly defend yourself physically against all threats, you can do that financially too. And so that makes the world a better place because then we have more independent people that aren't a bunch of lemmings following each other around, and they're not affected by other people's realities directly when they know in their heart what they have purposeful in life. So that's my little input here today. And again, I do everything in love and gratitude. So I love being on these calls every day when I can.
Yes.
Do you have any goals though? Do you have any goals you want to share with us?
Nice.
Or did I miss them?
Yeah, I mean, I have goals of growing my business by 20 to 25% every year, and I actually did that this year. As far as my photography business goes, I mean, I do everything by word of mouth and stuff, and I do take a lot of input. The interesting thing when people are critical of your work or what you do, they express that to you because they care. They want you to be better. When you have clients or you have other people that you operate with that don't tell you anything, that don't provide you criticism on what you need to do to be better, they don't care about you. And those are the kind of people that should
right
in your life. So
or they just haven't gone on their own journey yet, right? So they just don't know what they don't know.
Yeah, I have owners of brokerages that over the years have come to me and say, hey, listen, we would like it to look like this, we would like it to look like that. And I'm like, and they're like, we don't like to be critical. I'm like, no, I encourage that because my job is to bring your vision to reality,
Right.
how you with this property. And so if you don't give me this type
I'm gonna get ready in the background, guys.
Right.
Love you.
I don't know what you want. And those are the type of brokers that care, and those are the ones I have long good business relationships with. The other ones that come and go, it's like if they don't like my work or if they find something different, they don't tell me, then they didn't really care to begin with. They were just there. I was just a convenience for them, as far as maybe they couldn't hire another photographer at the time and they needed something. And I'm always a person no matter what time of the day or night, you call me or text me, you book online. If that spot's available, I'm going to make it happen. And I do it in 24 hours or less. And that's been one of my things that's kind of turned real estate photography upside down in my area because most of these photographers are lazy. They do 48 hours, 72-hour turnaround times. My turnaround times are 24 hours or less. And when I tell that to them, they're like, that's unheard of. I'm like, exactly. That's how it differentiates myself in the market. So feedback, real estate agents are a different breed. They work 24/7. They're some of the hardest working people that I know. They're sitting there at the dinner table, still processing listings, doing stuff. They work 24/7. They work on Sundays. They work on holidays. They don't care. If someone calls up and they want to show a house or they want to list a house, they're there. And so they need a photographer that operates that way too. And so that's kind of how I differentiate myself in the marketplace. So my goal is always to grow my business 25 to 30% a year. That's definitely doable and within reason, and then eventually scale it. Of course, I'm in a market that it's tough to scale, but I'm always looking to do that and maybe branch off into other visual things. And so I still do racing. I do an entire live show racing series for the local racetrack here in town too. We're in the off season now. So But yeah, that's my main goal. My main goals, one of my obviously goals is longevity. Here's the whole thing. It's like I think our bodies are physically capable of living to 120 to 150 years old if we don't buy into the narrative that we should be happy we live to 80. And so that is one of my goals and objectives is be a centurion, to live to be over 100 years old. Not live to be 100 years like Jimmy Carter's doing right now, where they roll him out a gurney.
What a goal, man.
He's just sitting there and like whatever. He's like 90 something. No, that is not my goal. I want to live the way I'm living right now, like 50 years from now. And so that is one of my long-term goals, and that is definitely like doable. So I'm into biohacking. I'm into trying new supplements. I'm into trying new things and seeing what works, and then taking that data, what works and what doesn't work. And so that's one of the things that is a lifelong goal for me, is to live to be like 120. Yeah, and that stuff's the only stuff that blends in coffee, because it is a blend of three different proteins.
I tried it in the coffee this morning. I put it in my cereal last night. I put it in my yogurt last night. It's next level as far as flavor
Jocko's
goes.
protein is a unique blend of 3 different types of protein. Pure whey isolate doesn't blend into coffee well because the heat makes it curdle. And so you'll notice if you put pure whey isolate into your coffee, it curdles up into tiny little granules of almost like cheese.
Yeah. Aaron was talking about this. I said it doesn't do it with
No, because it's got egg protein in it. It's got 3 different types of protein in it, so it blends extremely well in coffee. And so that's what I use. I like the chocolate. I make my Jocko mocha every morning. I call it Jocko mocha. So
yeah, there you go.
And so
man, I got the peanut butter chocolate one, so it's tasty, man. Even in the coffee. But definitely in the yogurt last night. Wow, I was like, oh, this is like high quality, best top shelf.
Just looking at the time and not wanting to leave Kevin out. Let's see if maybe Kevin's got a couple goals to share. If that's cool. Kevin, what's up with you, man? What's your goals? What's been going? Tell us some more.
He did say he was getting the kids off to school, so if he doesn't bounce in. I will. I got 5 quotes of gratitude I want to read off for, let's stay consistent with our gratitude, dedication to gratitude. Yes. Okay. So one of them is gratitude is the aristocrat of all emotion. And I truly believe that. Okay, here's one. I would maintain that thanks are the highest form of thought, and gratitude is happiness doubled by wonder. Gilbert Chesterton said that. Here's a great one. Gratitude is one of the strongest and most transformative states of being. It shifts your perspective from lack to abundance and allows you to focus on the good in your life, which in turn pulls more goodness into your reality. It's an attractive magnet. When you feel ungrateful, switch it around. Law of polarity, hit the gratitude. Start telling yourself immediately what you're thankful for. Gratitude, I'm thankful for all of you. Gratitude bestows reverence, allowing us to encounter everyday epiphanies, those transcendent moments of awe that change forever how we experience life and the world. That's a beautiful quote right there. John Milton said that. Gratitude is a sickness suffered by dogs. I love that. Joseph Stalin, that motherfucker, said that. Gratitude is a sickness suffered by dogs. Okay, last one. Thank you is the best prayer that anyone could say. I say that one a lot. Thank you expresses extreme gratitude, humility, and understanding. So I got to give a good thank you, gratitude. Oh, I will actually post Wes Watson's video called Thank You. It's one of his better videos, you know, because it's all about gratitude. That'll be a good one to watch. And that's what I got. More gratitude tomorrow. It's not Thanksgiving yet.
Let's go. So
Let's do it.
I gotta take off. Is Kevin not? I think he's still dealing with the kids and stuff.
Yeah, he's dealing with school and his kids, I think. Yeah.
Well, this is good, man. We did a good meeting, and I think that's a good call. Let's wrap it up. And we have some really great things to move forward with. And,
Absolutely.
Hey, Brandon, before we log off, I just wanted to say I love, and Aaron, I loved today. I think it was incredible. I think it's it shows us how we can support each other. You know, it's like it can be a lonely world out there. And I think in this group we can really. That's actually what I was asking Changeology's goal, because I was like, it shows me or the group how can we be supportive of one another. You know, is like actually knowing if we know each other's goals, we could actually know how we can support each other. I think, and last thing I'll say is I think it'd be powerful too, maybe on another class we do that. Like if there are ways we can support you or your business, something like that, like sharing them. So it could be like, hey, yeah, if you know anyone who's a realtor and they are blah, 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 can you share it with your friends? Or, you know, like having 2 to 3 things that would support me, because Tony Robbins talks about the key to living is giving. You know, if we can spend our lives just finding how can I support you? How can I support you? Like it's a law, universal law. I'm going to be supported. You know, the more like it comes back to us anyway. So you could just find all the ways we can support each other, and you know you'll be supported.
So somebody
Yeah,
said
I
it
think
was
beautiful.
so important what you just said. Yeah, I think engaging in that dynamic essentially really puts you in like the groove of congruency, of service, of growth in combination. What I really learned in nature is like, man, the devil did a great job getting us stuck on dissection. We're not even, don't even consider combinative, connected. You know, I mean, it's so dog eat dog separated everything, us from nature, us from each other. This is so wide. And then that's how you can get in the toxic shit, because if we were all connected, you couldn't even get that in. That wouldn't even be able to, you know what I mean? So it's just like what you just said. It's so absolutely important. And what I was kind of debating on whether or not I drop, and I'm going to go ahead and drop it now because of you, because of the chemistry, right? It's like, we've talked about all these different dynamics, Michelle, just to give you some background, and we've done some experiments and stuff like that, right? And just kind of out of frustration and probably need for leadership to just be hard truth about it, right? It just hasn't been established. Well, I've been back and forth, you know, with my own ideas and my own creations, and I got this web shop that works for a friend of mine, and every now and then he goes on vacation, and I get to take over the guys, a couple of the guys, and they build incredible websites. You can see one of them at portaldistinto.com, like in fucking days. Like they said that website's a $25,000 website. I'm like, really? It looks like that too, you know? But anyway, but the thing, it was up to me on where to put it. And now I just started breaking off this dedicated server stuff just to update everybody else. I just didn't want to pay that when it was just like, we don't know if we're even getting you know what I mean? But now I'm even if about it, right? And the other thing, and so I was talking, now I've been talking to Victor. He's asking me to help him get set up with an LLC. I have to set up my LLC. I have payment processing on 6 websites right now, right? But it's getting to the point where I'm actually making enough that I better just go ahead and get an LLC and do this the right way and all that, right? So I'm establishing mine, and through the process of learning how to do this and paying into programs with kids who really know what the fuck they're doing on the cutting edge tools and shit, it looks like only like $750 to set up everything, including bank accounts, and get a little secured credit card in the deal and all the shit to like really start building things faster. So I'm gonna do that, and now I got the web shop for 1 month. I got a domain name, epicdawn.org. The reason I thought of that is just because the Incas were documented by Amen Poman, a Spanish friar that was stuck on the conquistador ship, And he documented that the Incas would rise together with their hands up, singing this harmonious song as the sun would rise. Everyone would fall into a very well-organized position. When you look at ancient Asia, you know what I mean? And having to deal with the natural elements, you see a lot of that same thing too, right? In the samurai code and everything, you know, they have a pack, they have a wolf pack fucking system. And then all those wolf packs can get together in an imperial fucking system of wolf packs and shit like that, right? And it's very well focused in all these different like well stapled practices, whatever. Anyway, through my just like a couple of years of website creation within database website creation, right? You can just see exactly how that natural system is there. Like what blockchain is actually replicating is natural fucking comportamentalized. It's really actually really similar to the natural system. You know what I mean? And some of these more advanced systems. So anyway, with this website, I'm listen, let me just tell you the dynamic here. At this point right now, I'm running into battle. I don't give a fuck, even if I don't give a fuck who's with me, whatever, right? You know what I mean? So I'm just running into battle, but I'm definitely telling my other team of close soldiers that I love. I'll even phrase it like this: are you gonna let me run in alone or what? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm running. Like, what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? I'm going into the battlefield, fucking screaming my face. You know what I mean? Fucking berserker paint, all of it. So if somebody wants to jump on that and run in with me, you know, hit me up on the side, right? And because the expenses for doing all this type of shit, I'm launching 5 websites and a product right now. They're gonna get up. Like, and I listen. That being said, also, we should be doing as many of these as possible because they're raindrops with ripples, right? And that's what we're trying to do. And the baseball game is fucking. You could have a 98.2 average, but you know you could have pointed 1,000 fucking times. You know what I mean? No one's gives a shit. You know what I mean? They saw you point and then fucking crank it out twice. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, right? And if you actually look up the statistics, I'm describing to you something very real. You know what I mean? The most famous fucking baseball personality shit look like that. You know what I mean? But you've, and then, you know, 2 out of a bunch of hits. So as a group, we can make as many of these structures as possible. That trainerize, $50 a month. I don't want to pay that shit, you know what I mean? But we could rebrand it and fuck, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem like people really use it. But if we were all invested as equal, equitable partners, now you have 6 people pushing it. Maybe that's the dynamic. It was this dynamic, not to push my fucking own buttons at all, because you know I'm not that guy. But this group came from that same beginning I'm describing right now.
I love the Trainerize app.
Yeah, it's fucking
awesome.
badass. It truly is.
But here's an idea that I threw out to Eddie was to have a Trainerize app with the MyFitnessPal that doesn't have to be linked. That's already linked. And then he said, bro, I had that same idea. I actually moved on it. It would cost me $125,000 to bring it into fruition.
They did it. They've done it. Their diet program.
What app though?
Trainerize already has it. Eddie just doesn't know where it is. They have an AI meal plan developer. It's fucking 50 times better than anything else. Yeah, they just launched it.
Really? I'm gonna have to investigate that.
Okay. Dude, all you have to do, not only this motherfucker has like 50 gourmet recipes for you and everything that is AI designed. It makes a picture of it. And so MyFitnessPal works reverse engineer. You put what you ate in the thing and it tells you what you're actually getting scientifically. Another thing that Michelle said that's very important, measurable success, scientific success. You know, at some point, these web tools can actually log, like every morning meeting, we could get in, use a log tool, and it could log each person's sweat equity. It can log your time in the fucking group, you know what I mean? We could use, and then you could, at the end of the year, be like, all right, John Chang was there 320 days, Aaron was there 350 days, and just use it just like your GPS. Like last year we ran this year we're running that, or last day, you know what I mean? We're running this, and we can constantly what our progress is as far as accountability, commitment, and all that month to month. So I'm an advocate of using, incorporating, and growing and reconstructing on these tools. And I mean, we got guys like John on the team. I mean, the innovations and Danny and and Eric and AK, you know, we got guys on the team who are educated enough to be able to start actually innovating new tools and ideas and shit like that, what you were just talking about. So you know, like I said, I would love for people to jump in and split that Trainerize up with me, and we rebrand it however, and because I don't really want to pay $50 a month for something that people aren't invested in, you know what I mean, myself just sitting there. And beyond that, we should just fuck around. We should start being more productive and start fucking around with these tools and start making sacrifices just because the angels on the other side will see us doing that, and they will open doors for us. The real talk, you know what I mean? And once they see us taking the next step, they'll respond.
Gotta jump.
You know, it will be the chain reaction shit.
Let's go.
I'll see you guys. Gotta go. Gotta roll.
All right. That's a
All
good
right.
idea.
I'm
Love
out
you,
too. Let's
Fred.
get any blessings.
Yeah.
Y'all be blessed today. Be strong.
Uh,
You guys.
We'll see you.